jaw droppingly beautiful. but then what you do is you make them a college of glamour bard, right? Why, you ask? I'll tell you. Because college of glamour bard, right? Then you take the feat to make them a wizard adept, right? You then take the spell reverse gravity.
Oh my god!
Right, hold on, guys. I'm going to distract them. Okay, so you take your distracting action so that you can, do your College of Glamour thing. Look at me, I'm pretty. Now you can attack with advantage. Right? but your action is you aesthetically, of course. You use reverse gravity on yourself to make yourself suddenly very beautiful. Then they get distracted.
I love this is what we went live with.
I love
oh,
that.
wow.
Really?
Hi.
Trust Brandon to make another broken character.
No, Mitch, right, hold up. No, I don't make broken characters anymore. I make stupid characters. There's nothing broken about that. That's just a College of Bard. The College of Glamour Bard, right? I just think it's funny, right? None of these characters are broken. No character I've made in the past, 4 months has been broken.
Yeah, you roll ridiculously high for all of them. So does Nate.
I show my rolls.
Nate never rolled below a 20 last night for Fandelver. I swear to God, he never rolled below a 20 last night.
I still feel like I should apologize for the chaos of last night.
Oh, your chaos I expected, but Nate basically beating everything I threw at him was like, this is why I drink.
I don't know what to say
This
about
is
my
why
rolls.
I don't DM, and this is why I drink.
I don't know what to say about my rolls. I show my rolls. I show them.
You're Talus and Jaffe. You're the Talus and Jaffe of this group.
Apart from last session when you nearly set Aenor, apart from Humble where you set nearly Aenor on fire.
That never happened.
Well, that was karma coming to get him, because he kept saying, oh, I want to kill Aenor off, and his dice were like, fucking bet.
I can't help the fact that I want to play a 4-year-old prehistoric squirrel creature that can't speak English.
I mean, you don't have to kill your character off. You can always just write them out through the story, kind of like how Sam Riegel did with Scanlan for a bit.
That's true.
You don't have to kill the polar bear to play the prehistoric
but that's
squirrel.
The thing. I only made the joke about killing the polar bear. I don't actually want to kill him. I enjoy playing the character. I don't know. There's something fun about playing a 2.5 foot tall 4-year-old prehistoric squirrel creature that can't speak English.
Then do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams.
Insane.
No memes be memes.
What would you like to do? I'll check on the traps we made. Just don't roll a 1.
Rolls a 1.
Roll a 1. In all fairness, though, right? I went through that entire combat on just over double digits of health, and I still pasted 3 of those nulls.
Jeez.
Aenor now retires. I'm getting too old for this shit. 3rd degree burns all over his body. I'm out. I'm done. It was oil-based burns as well, so damn. Bigwig, why are you giving me such judgmental glares?
She always does.
She's a judgmental fucking rabbit. She really is.
She really fucking is.
Alright. Oh, we're still waiting on Nate?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna go check my mail real quick. I'm dressed as a fucking tavern wench right now. I'm gonna go check my mail as we wait on him. So, guys, don't get too crazy on stream. I will be right back.
I'm gonna go turn my light on.
I need these Anadin to fucking kick in.
Guys. Just... Nobody move.
No.
What? What is this?
So, adding to my list of what to build as an artificer.
No!
Why do I need to do the shooting when this can shoot for me?
This says, did you know a spider can hold 8 guns at once? The person says, how does it walk? You say, did you know a spider can hold 7 guns at once? This person said, but now I'm just picturing a spider hopping on one leg.
That
How
is
many
in
miles?
fact-
Nobody move.
that is the greatest thing I've ever thought about. No joke. I need to get my character sheet. Oh, I forgot. I got a crossbow last session. Yay.
Yes, you did.
And I artificer infused it so I never run out of ammunition and I don't need to load. I now no longer need to run in and be squishy. The way my luck's going, I do not trust myself being close to fighting at all.
Hey, now you want to work.
Like, what are you doing?
Chewing on all the wires so you suddenly leave the game again.
No, she's. Hey, enough. Right, you. No, no, stop. I'll get you. And it'll look like an accident. I said I'll get you. I swear to you, I will turn you into gloves.
Okay,
Seriously, I have actively hunted and killed like 90 of your relatives. What makes you think I won't do it to you?
I love how that's what page comes into.
Like, what?
that needs to be clipped just for my reaction.
Do not throw objects at your rabbit.
I did not throw objects at my rabbit. I threw objects into the vicinity of my rabbit. There is a difference.
Alright, so I walk outside, right? I instantly can see my breath. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a bad idea because I'm walking out barefoot. But you know what? Fuck it, my mailbox is not too far away. I walk out. I can't feel my feet right now, and all I got was a fucking thing to verify my alumni status for my goddamn college. I am mad!
Yikes.
Fuck you, KU. I'm not sending y'all any more fucking money just because I'm an alumni.
I don't get mail.
That's,
I got a li-
that's because I haven't sent the junks letter yet. I keep forgetting to.
I forgot I'd asked for a junk letter.
Yeah, you did. It's done. I just need to mail it out. I just need your address, so you have to text that to me
I'll
later.
send that to you.
Yeah, and I can have it hopefully sent out by the end of the week. However, international mail may take longer, so heads
That's
up
cool.
on that.
I don't really get a thing. I got a notice from Twitch earlier today in an email. That's about it. It's because of my affiliate status. I've been told I'm getting a payout.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah, I'm getting like $220 odd,
Nice.
which is not bad. But
Yeah.
it's going right back into my campaign fund because all the stuff is going to go towards my campaigns.
Nice.
Actually,
I get payouts like every 2 months because it comes from subs and
Oh,
occasional bits.
I don't know if I can count AJ, but I'm going to count him. But I'm going to count him anyway. I got 2 new subscribers today just from playing AC Valhalla. So
Yeah, somebody came into the Girl Squad stream, Mitch. Somebody came into that stream and gifted 24 subs.
Oh, wow.
I think I was there for that.
That is awesome.
Yeah, we're building some traction. I reached out to Hero Forge as well, so I'm currently talking with them about a sponsorship.
Oh, cool.
Which, yeah, it might be. It was just me sent an email saying, listen, I've bought a few of your minis. I like it. I have a D&D stream. Can I plug you? Which is really weird saying that because, like, in Scotland, saying somebody's getting plugged is another way of saying you're going to stab someone. So, like, asking somebody, can I plug you? Like, do you mind if I just stab you? Just a wee bit. Like, is that okay?
Let's just hope that nobody on the Hero Forge team is from Scotland. That way they don't understand.
They won't, by the way. So I'm just going to get a message back going, fuck you, send me one ahead. Come ahead, shall we do?
Okay, Nate remembered that we're playing today, right?
Yeah, he said he'll be on soon.
Okay.
I was gonna say, is he awake?
He put it in the group.
Don't do a me.
Yeah, don't do a you where you show up 3 hours late.
Was it
Right
like-
at the most chaotic part. Oh
I mean-
my god.
When is D&D not chaos?
That is
Or
true.
they're two settings to D&D: chaos and feels. Ta-da!
Right, so I was talking this over with a DM friend of mine, okay? When it comes to magical tinkering, you have to do it on tiny objects, right? So a heavy crossbow is not a tiny object, right? Would you consider an arrow to be a tiny object?
I'm scared.
I'm nervous.
I want to magical tinker my arrows, my crossbow bolts to make the R2D2
I'm very
scream.
uncomfortable with the energy we brought into the studio today.
I want to tinker the crossbow bolts to make the R2D2 scream every time they're fired.
What is our safe word?
We don't have a safe word for this group. GKC has a safe word.
We should
Which-
probably get one.
Which I think the GKC crew needs to have a discussion about if they remember the safe word or not, because I don't think anybody
don't.
does.
Remember
I-
it.
I think the perfect safe word for anything should be Engelbert Humperdinck. Because when do you ever bring him up in casual conversation?
Chartreuse? Was it chartreuse?
I think,
All the safe words with the queen are fruit, and our safe word is chartreuse.
yeah, I think our safe word is chartreuse, which I
Why did
think.
I think pineapple?
Because I just said pineapple a minute
I
ago.
think
Okay,
pineapple
okay.
is. I thought chartreuse was one of the towns, and then pineapple is our actual safe word.
Yeah, chartreuse is the safe word for rose quartz. Strawberry shortcake is the safe word for the queen, and then the group's safe word is pineapple, which Sierra might scream that at all of you this Friday. She's just gonna scream at the top of her lungs, pineapple, and walk out of the room and hope y'all fucking get it.
Honestly though, like there was an easier way to deal with Moonstone, right? We just burn it all to the fucking ground, like people and all, and then we get the zealot's blood.
Well, here's the thing. We want to actually have them do the ritual before we burn it down, so we get the ritual done. Isla gets her eyes back, then we burn down the town, and we take the zealot's blood with us.
See, I'm nervous.
So tell it they're not for you.
Here's what.
Are you Are you screaming at Scanlan?
I just fed him. These are not for him.
Eh.
Here's what you do so that you can essentially wreck the town without wrecking the town. Okay. What you do is you find somebody that can craft magical items. You get them to craft a spoon of feeding. Okay. And you take said spoon and you ram it into any keyhole, thus filling the gap for the whole reason for it to work. You put it in any receptacle and it will immediately start to fill with things, right? Then essentially what you do is you just wait for a couple of hours until it creates a tidal wave of porridge, which destroys the town.
What?
And then you get the money.
Pineapple.
Pineapple!
Why do I get the feeling that anytime I come up with an idea, it's just going to be pineapple?
Yeah.
Pineapple.
You said the word receptacle. I'm sorry.
What would you? What would
Could have
you?
been-
What would
Could
you
have
say?
been wrong. Could have been worse. You could have said orifice.
Yeah, I mean, that was the only thing that would have been cavernous.
No, no. I remember from Brian's one shot. I'm not allowed to use the word orifice anymore.
No,
Yeah,
you're not. No, you are not allowed. What word was it? It
I think
wasn't that.
Anal was the word.
It was
Anal,
orifice and
yeah.
anal.
You said it too many times, buddy.
Orifice, anal, and butt plug because I said I was going to use heat metal on myself. Then I said, what's the nearest orifice?
Outside of D&D, we can talk about butt plugs and anal and orifices all day long, but My monsters need consent, okay?
Sorry, but when there's an atropal nearby and it's got its back to you, you cast heat metal on yourself because you're immune to fire damage. Swiggity switty, I'm going in that booty.
To everybody who's in the chat wondering why we aren't playing D&D yet, we're waiting for our last party member to show up, so it's this chaos instead.
Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple.
Pineapple!
While we're here, does anybody want me to tell them how to make a character have 53 AC for 8 rounds of combat? I did the math on
You
this.
had my interest, but now you've captured my attention.
Yes, there is a possibility of making yourself have 53 AC for 8 rounds of combat.
My god. Tell me.
Imagine...
Right, okay. So, you need to be College of the Swords Bard,
Okay.
Kensai Monk, as well as a Blade Singer Wizard, right?
Alright, so triple class.
So you have to triple class, which is the busted thing about it now. Let me
Alright.
find the math on it.
Oh yeah, because you have to calculate what levels of each one that you have to be,
Yes.
right?
Where's my... What note did I leave it in? Did I leave it in stupid, did I leave it in broken, or did I leave it in just for shits and giggles?
The fact that you have folders for all these kind of characters.
My God.
I have 11 folders.
Dear Lord.
I fear the day that you collab with Kanoa Daddy to just come up with all sorts of broken characters, because that's what he does too.
I figured out a way how to use
Hold on.
The new Clockwork Soul Sorcerer on top of a Chronergy Wizard build.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Multi-class them both together with a Warforged. I found a way to use infinite time stops.
I am going to go get wine.
Yeah. She's just like, I need to drink to deal with this.
Put that on a t-shirt.
I need to go get wine. Alpha Hannah 5311-2020. Oh my god.
Can the next 16 days just fly by, please?
Yes, please.
I want to go home.
I want Friday to get here just so I could scream pineapple during the stream. Now that I remember the safe word.
Fucking pineapple!
Pineapple!
All of a sudden, the denizens of Muso just seeing this pink-haired fucking Hasemon running through town going, pineapple, pineapple!
Yeah, she's fucking done, man. She's ready to snap.
No, to be fair, Drax is about done as well.
Yeah. No, she's been ready to snap ever since they left the Underdark. She's not yet come to terms with the fact she was tortured. So the trauma is hitting her all at once now. She's on Mr. Toad's wild ride, but it's just the hell scene, and she's bolted down into the chair screaming.
Right. I found it. I found where I put my notes. Okay, so here it is.
Alright,
So
tell
you need
us.
15 levels in College of Swords Bard.
Okay.
3 levels in Kensai Monk. 2
Okay.
levels in Blade Singer Wizard, okay? Now,
Okay.
we're going on the hypothetical that all of this comes down on a perfect roll, okay?
Okay.
Unarmored defense with a monk allows you to add wisdom to your AC. So that's 10 plus dex plus wisdom.
Yeah.
As a Kensai, we can add 2 to that if we make an unarmed strike with our attack action via Agile Parry. As a Blade Singer, we add our intelligence to our AC and some cool extras via Blade Song. Again,
Yeah.
if we aren't wearing medium armor, heavy armor, or carrying a shield, which all of these classes fit in with. So again,
And also considering the fact that your ability scores are fucking high too. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, so what we're taking on here is that all the ability scores we need are again maxed, which is possible to do on a class.
Yeah, it's really possible.
So again, completely unarmored. Being
Okay.
a College of Swords bard, we can add Bardic Inspiration to our AC using Defensive Flourish. And at 15th level, your Bardic Inspiration die is a D12. So let's again go based on a perfect roll. Then we take the feats of Defensive Duelist, so wielding a finesse or proficient weapon lets you the reaction to add your proficiency to your AC for that attack. Level 20 means +6. Take Martial Adept, and through that get Evasive Footwork, rolling your superiority die and adding it to your AC until you stop moving.
Yep.
So, assuming that all our necessary stats are set the way they should be, 10 plus 5 for Dex, plus 5 for Wisdom, plus 5 for Intelligence, plus 2 for Agile Parry, plus 2 Haste through Magical Secrets from Bard, plus 6 for Defensive Duelist, plus 6 for Evasive Footwork, plus 12 for Defensive Flourish. On a perfect roll, that's 53 AC, and that can be repeated for at least 8 rounds of combat.
This is when you're going up. This is when you're going up against a god, and you yourself have to go god mode.
I tested this in a fight against Lolth.
That's amazing.
There's nothing more satisfying than having a DM go, I rolled a 19. Does a 36 hit you? No.
No. Not even nat 20 could actually hit, technically.
Yeah.
And successful crits are automatic hits, but still not high enough. So your only hope is if they allow automatic hits with a crit, is they would have to crit every single time just to hit you.
This is why in my party I've already said to people, I'm not allowing triple class. You can multi-class into 2 classes, that's it. No triple classing.
Laughs nervously
I
as...
see why.
I'm wondering how the fuck Sierra is still so weak as a triple class. Well, then again, she's weak health-wise, but I forget that the max amount of damage she could roll, considering if it's a perfect roll, she can roll 100 points of damage in one hit. If she, like, casts the right spell and everything.
Yeah, at that time you fucking absolutely, like, nearly annihilated a fucking Shadow Dragon in one shot.
Yeah. And then I got shot at by a geyser afterwards. It's a give and a take. I give big damage, I get shot in the air.
This is one of the reasons why I love playing as Junk, because Junk actually can't do that much damage. The most damage he can do at any point is 8 and 8 is 16, add another 8 is 24. 24 damage, that's the most he can do in one turn with everything being rolled perfectly.
Yeah.
Well, unless you include criticals, at which point that 24 would become 48. That's the most he can do. The thing that makes artificers fun and makes them, in a sense, a little bit broken is what they can do outside of combat.
Yeah.
I really wish we would come across magic weapons. Haha, strokes magic
Just
weapons.
wait.
Nate shows up. Let's start without me.
Which is really weird because usually I'm playing like barbarians or wizards, at which point I just walk, or druids, and walking around just going, haha, I am now Ope.
Yeah. Speaking of druids, I saw someone have a rant today on TikTok about how they don't fucking understand how Tasha's can make the circle of wildfire for a druid and not give them the ability to cast fireball. Which is a completely valid reason to be upset.
Yeah.
Tasha's is just a whole nother thing of nope. I got the book and I was so disappointed in all the content. Because they hyped it up of being like, all these subclasses and items and stuff, all this new stuff you can do, and I'm just like, this is it?
See, I had an NPC for my campaign built who is a Phantom Rogue.
Uh-huh.
And they gave us like some kind of like really, really bog standard backstory. Phantoms are rogues that have done this and that and seen death, and therefore that's why they get their powers. And then they changed the storyline of it, of how to become a phantom, which makes it a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
But then what they did to the actual playstyle itself kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
Like the whole defining point by being a phantom was that your hides, you didn't need to rely on there being cover to use the hide action. You just dip, you just turned into smoke, and that was it.
Yeah.
And now they've taken that away, but instead at level 14 they've gave you the ability to basically enter the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
instead of using a hide action, which I guess, yeah, it kind of ties in more with their now storyline of phantoms being at least partially dead.
Yeah.
So that they are essentially a ghost in a mortal form.
Yeah.
But at the same point, the whole benefit of playing as a phantom was you can hide without there being cover.
Yeah.
That was the benefit of playing them. And I think with them removing that, all they've really done is gave us another version of a rogue, which has another method of doing high damage, which is, we don't need more rogues that just do high damage. We need more rogues that give access to new forms of playstyle.
Yeah.
And they kind of bugged that up. And they ruined the Rune Knight. They called it the Runic Berserker at first, and it was fun, and it was fun to play. And then they took it and made it a fighter class instead, and made it a Rune Knight, and now it's bad. It's just bad. It is not a good thing. It's not nice. I don't like it, and I want them to cry because they did bad things.
And just a reminder to the chat, we are not sponsored by Wizards, so we will talk shit.
Yeah. Whether I was sponsored by them or not, I'd be talking shit.
Yeah. God,
I got a
deserve
message
it.
from Mitch that has absolutely nothing in it. I got a blank space, Mitch.
Will you write his name? Ay! I'm gonna go off myself.
I quit.
Pineapple.
No.
Pineapple.
No. No.
Engelbert
Not allowed.
Humperdinck. Engelbert Humperdinck.
Not allowed. No.
But I wanna.
No. No. I will smother you with love.
I honestly thought you were
affection.
going to say, "I will smite you."
No, you
Well, no,
not
that would be
yourself,
the
not
opposite
before
of
me.
what I mean. That would be the opposite of my intentions.
This is the difference between my train of thought and Hannah's train of thought. Hannah, I will give you love and affection. Me, Deus Vult. I'm the trash man.
God fucking damn it, motherfucking piece of shit.
I just saw your message to the group, Hannah, and I'm just like, why does that actually kind of seem passive aggressive?
How's that come up, dude?
Nope. Look, I'm not even joking. Look, this is what I'm getting from you, dude. That is what I have received.
Motherfucking cock-wombling shithead fuck nugget.
Right, calm down, mate.
My God.
Right.
Right, hold on.
You've been in Scotland way too long, mate. You're trying too hard to fit in. We don't swear that much. There's an art to swearing.
I
There
wasn't.
is.
Hold.
I think maybe we should just
Yeah, just
like start. At
To
least.
start.
Yeah. So we've been waiting 20 minutes. So
I'm gonna be petty. As soon as he joins, I'm gonna kick him and message him be
No,
like, "This is
honestly,
what you get,"
no.
and then I'll let him
let's
back.
let's not do that. I'd rather just move forward peacefully, especially when it comes to this kind of game. I want this to be pleasant and fun. So
I'm sorry, but I have to laugh peacefully in a game full of chaos children.
yes, because if y'all ain't gonna keep the peace, someone has to. So it's got to be me.
You, the dungeon mistress who made a chaotic phoenix named Liraz. I'm seeing how far I can go before you TPK just my character.
I have a crossbow.
Anyway, do you have any announcements or anything beforehand?
I'm gonna be uploading videos this week for GKC, as well as Secrets of Pandor, as well as Lost Mine of Phandelver, so keep an eye out on my YouTube for that. And I will be updating the GKC store with the new Isla t-shirt that you made, Hannah. So, that'll all be happening and finished by the end of this week. That's my announcement. Mitch looks like he's debating.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be uploading my episodes of AC Valhalla onto my YouTube. So apart
Alright.
from that,
I have new episodes of my campaigns coming out. Come and watch them. They're kind of fun, I guess.
Alright, and this is just a last reminder to the chat before we start playing. We are playing D&D, so I cannot interact with the chat. So don't pull something that somebody pulled last night during my campaign and be petty about me not interacting, because the moderators will ban you, just to let you know. I already have
Don't be a Grinch.
Yeah. Yeah, I already have ADHD and struggle to focus with my games. I cannot pay attention to chat. But yeah, that's it for my announcements.
Anybody else? No? Okay.
Okay.
Last announcement on my end. I absolutely love you all.
Hey.
So, you guys are great. And thank you for playing this game. I appreciate you all, and I have a lot of fun with it. Okay.
I cannot stand
Everybody
this.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, last time that we were played, a lot happened.
Yep.
So, the group came upon two mysterious figures who set fire to the ground, burned in the words, down with the false, rise in the truth.
Yeah.
They were very, very shady, and one of them was named Johnston. He was a part of the guards. Candela and some of the others, no, just Candela got to talk to him. So.
Oh yeah, because I originally went and interviewed
Yeah, because
him.
you originally went.
Yeah.
Yes. So that happened. The group managed to defeat them both and kind of stun them and take them into custody, where Johnston said some not nice things about centaurs, so Dallin killed him. The general was not happy. General Chase was not happy.
Real
And
smooth.
everybody up. And
Boy,
said,
that
come back
sure
tomorrow.
That sure escalated quickly. And Candela bitch slapped him for it.
So, that happened, and the girl was left sitting in her jail cell. The group decided to, I think, go and rest or head back to the tavern before we ended the stream.
Yeah.
With a view going out of the city and down towards, I think, Willow? Towards one of the forts, to where we could see a mysterious figure smiling very mischievously.
Yep.
So, once upon a time, our group is back in the city of Ember, where we last left off. They are all heading kind of their own ways from being kicked out. So, what would y'all like to do?
We're in the tavern right now.
Mm-hmm.
I believe Fractum and Inga came back to the tavern at this point, and Fractum had a journal from the female.
That's right.
Yeah. And a new shawl.
And what?
A new, shawl, scarf thing.
Ah, yes. That's right. That is correct. Yeah, so Fractum and Inga, you guys are at the tavern?
Now we are, I believe.
Now you guys are. Okay, cool. Is everybody else meeting at the tavern as well?
Yeah, I think Dalwin, Candela, and Junk were heading back to the tavern. Because they all walked back together.
Alright. Yeah, so you guys all meet back up into the tavern, which I believe it's not the Bird's Nest, because the Bird's Nest is the inn. No, it was Denver's Jewel, I think. But either way, you guys are back at the tavern. You've been kicked out. Y'all are gathering together to regroup and rethink on what your strategy is going to be.
Mm-hmm. As soon as they enter the tavern, Candela is going to plop down at a table and just...
Yeah.
Yep.
Inga, would you like something to drink?
You know what? Maybe just some water. Just some water today. I could use a little bit of hydration.
Very
I
well.
thought she was going to say vodka. Okay.
Would you like
She considered it. She considered it.
Would you like hot water or?
It doesn't matter.
Very well, I'll be right back.
Thank you.
No worries. Fractum will go get some hot water, some regular temperature water, and then a flagon of if they have berry cider.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, some of that.
Yeah.
Okay, really good.
Okay. Darwin, Calypso, Junk, Ariel, anything you guys want to do?
Calypso just goes to her normal corner with a glass of wine.
Yep.
On brand.
Junk is gonna come down, order. He's quite calm this morning. He's gonna come down. He's gonna order his usual breakfast of eggs, bacon, and he's going to order a big mug of coffee.
Oh, the day hasn't ended yet.
Oh yeah, near it has. Sorry. Okay. Well, in that case, he's gonna do the exact same thing.
Yep.
Yep. I was about to say, I hope he does the same thing.
Wouldn't really make much of a difference.
Because Junk is 16 and cannot drink.
Yep. Duly noted. Ariel, anything you would like to do?
I intended to speak with the bartender.
Okay.
I was going to ask him about if the two individuals met at the bar very often.
Yeah, you'll be speaking to Daresh. He's like cleaning cups and stuff like that. And he takes a look up at you and goes, "Oh, hey, what can I do for you?"
Well, that little scuffle outside was a bit exciting.
Yeah, let's just say at least.
Did Johnston ever meet with anyone here at the bar?
Johnston meet with anybody? Well, he thinks real hard. I saw him come in here every once in a while, mostly just after his shift, just to have a drink or 5. Either way, he would come in. I wouldn't see him really talk to anybody though, except there was one time where he actually came outside and I saw him kind of duck around the corner and heard like a little bit of mumbling, but I couldn't make out what they were saying.
Well, suspicions be damned, I suppose.
Oh, hey, Oriel.
Oh, I've learned some very interesting information about our friend Johnston, and who should definitely not talk to him.
He's dead.
Was Johnston the male?
Yes, Johnston was the male.
Fucking excuse me?
Yeah, Candela will lift her head up, look at Ariel, and then point to Darwin.
And confirm his life signs ended before the spell that I had tracking him did.
Suresh just goes, ah. Okay. He's kind of like troubled a little bit by that information. But in the end, he just goes, well, tell you what. Since and I've heard information spreads quickly that you've detained the people, responsible. So, drinks are on me tonight.
That is very kind.
Ariel just kind of nods at him. He looks at Darwin. Slow face palm. Of all the people I thought I'd say this to, you are going to make me poop. I am going to die again, and it's going to be your fault out of everyone else. I hope you are aware of that.
Junk's going to put his hand up.
Put your hand down, boy. There's no need.
Right, number one, mate, you don't tell me what to do. You're the one that chopped somebody's head off because he said a couple of bad words to you. Number two, is there finally something that happened that was not my fault?
Okay. Side note, I love the fact that I can hear the audio monkey spinning in the background of one of y'all as he was saying that. That's amazing.
You know what? Inga is also going to raise her hand.
Okay.
And just kind of be like on the edge of her seat.
Yes, Inga.
Okay, so wait. Elk Dad killed someone, but shouldn't he be arrested and we're awarding him with free drinks instead?
He was almost arrested.
But that's
how he
murder.
That's what I said.
What?
Yeah. Mate,
Crazy
really
laws they have in here. I guess it's
You're-
loosey-goosey.
You're not setting a very good example to us very impressionable children, mate. If you do something wrong, you should be owning up to it and suffering your due consequences. All you're teaching the three of us is that there's no consequences for bad actions, meaning that feasibly I could shoot somebody right now, and by your logic and by your representation, nothing bad would happen to me.
Do you have good cause to shoot someone right now?
Hell yes.
Pray tell.
What cause? Who are you going to shoot?
That one smells funny. That one's got a weird looking face. That one, I don't know. He just looks like he's got something I want, and you're annoying. I'm gonna say that to you, Ilk Dad.
Wow.
Okay, so we're all going to murder each other. Is that the vibe?
He didn't ask about morally good reasons. He just says, did he have a good reason? To Junk, there's a lot of good reasons for doing a lot of things.
Candela pulls out her journal and her pen, just like lights a little chart. Junk Darwin, and then puts a check mark underneath Junk's name.
Fractum's gonna drop the water off to Inga and then go sit with Calypso.
You get the stink eye.
Fractum says nothing, just sits there drinking their cider, and is just like, this corner is quieter than the rest of the bar.
Okay, so if we're not being punished for murder and all of that, can we get rid of Junk now? Is it time for that yet?
I like him.
I mean, if we're just doing it because people are saying things that we don't like,
If we're doing things and not getting punished for it for the sole reason of things that we don't like, can we get rid of the fish person? Because quite frankly, I'm hungry.
Oh, really? Get rid of the fish person? I've been here longer than you have.
I swear to God, I've got a giant metal man who will squish you, goldfish.
And if you were in the desert, you would burn up. I could turn you into an oven. I could turn him and you into an oven.
Okay, guys. Here's the punishment Darwin did get. We got kicked out of the jail because he murdered that guy. So we're not allowed to go back and question the other prisoner until tomorrow.
I'm just
The
saying,
rest
that was
just
one of those
goes.
we'd have got into trouble.
That one will go to the bar.
Mm.
Go to Daresh. What's the largest cup size you have right now?
He looks around. There's like a cup at least as big as like a mini barrel. Like huge.
So an actual just cask.
Basically.
Small. I'll take 2 of those and I'm going up to my room.
He slides them to you and just like gives you that like knowing look. Because you gave him really valuable information straight from the king, and then hearing all this information, he's like, okay.
Junk drinks his coffee.
Before Darren actually goes to the goes to his room, he kind of like head tilts Daresh to come to the end of the bar. Word in private.
And he goes to the back with Down.
And they make out.
Guys.
I crossed him to get the hard liquor.
Come on,
Mitch.
guys. Come on.
Mitch.
Everybody knows it's Barry White that comes
Cheers.
out the bag. My darling, I can't get enough of your love, babe.
I made everyone drink. Oh my god.
I'm only drinking soda. I'm
Anyway.
not drinking tonight.
Oh.
So. As you're the only person who will seem to listen to me at this point, I'll tell you why I did it.
Please go on, because I would love to hear a very valuable explanation as to why you just randomly killed someone who could have been extremely valuable, especially in the hands of, say, I don't know, our king.
There was nothing he would say to the group, knowing that I was in the group.
Bullshit. You don't know that.
He had a very very hostile disposition towards my kind. He wasn't gonna say shit.
Towards you, maybe.
Towards the group, knowing that I'm around. You know that. Anyone with any negative disposition towards anyone that, like any particular race, they see that race in a group. Oh, look at that. I'm pretty sure you've seen that happen before.
I have. But maybe it would have helped to know that he's very particular and actually really likes some phoenixes. So maybe if one of them would have been nice enough to talk, maybe you could have gotten more.
Sorry, drop something. Ow! Oh, my ass.
Go for it. He goes on and says, look, I understand that King Theodoric had trusted you with some very valuable information that got to me, and I appreciate it. However, I'm questioning your authority here.
Look. I understand what you and everyone else is saying. The only way that I can explain it is that my actions felt as if they weren't my own.
Okay.
Something about him just tweaked in my head, and then suddenly I kicked my axe blade into his neck.
Okay.
My kind has gone through enough prejudice as it is.
I understand that, but don't you think that you are giving another reason for people to be prejudiced towards your kind?
Maybe.
I want more than anything to trust you, to trust your group, to have a good partnership. And in case you need anything, that I'll be here for you. And in case I need anything, I can come to you. I want the best for this kingdom. Do you understand that? Do you believe that?
Oh, I do.
Okay. And please, just
We have one alive at least.
good. At least that's something. Maybe you should sit this one out with that person.
Oh, I
Either
plan
that
to.
or take a back seat.
Oh, I plan to.
All right.
He takes his cards and he goes back up to his room.
And Daresh will come back out. Just like, all right, does anyone want seconds on those drinks? Second round? Okay, second round for you. Okay, for you.
Rectum raises their hand.
Got you, all right.
Uriel kind of flicks his hand up. He has his like house badge like on the table as he's like looks like he's writing some sort of official document of like it was more like it looks like a paired version would be for an official document, but he's literally trying to write out how to say the words of how to explain what the fucking prisoner got killed in a manner that is going to not make
Look bad.
that's not like him for himself look bad or not make Darwin look bad. It's to not make the general and his men and their justice system the things he's partially due to his position in charge of. Like we don't there's like he's trying to figure out how to say the right words to both not lie to people but also not tell them someone got a little angry and chopped someone
He's a
down.
politician.
It's just like that's the look on
Okay.
his face of a very
Gotcha.
tired diplomat. Like yes, more liquor.
Yeah, so Daresh will give everyone who raised their hand another round of drinks.
Oh no.
Does anyone want to do anything before we move on?
I mean, I've got a question about something that I think I might be able to do while I'm sitting here at the table. So when we started, you said we got 2 items, and the 2 items I chose were 2 different types of goggles.
Mhm.
Can I make a tinkerer's check to overlay just the 2 different types of lenses, so I'm not going like take off one set, put on another, take off one set, put on another?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Cool. So tinkerer's is just a 20 with my proficiency. Okie dokie. That's a 13 on the die with my proficiency of 2, so that's a 15.
Yeah, you managed to pull it together.
Awesome. That's it. That's just what I'm doing while I'm sitting at the table.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, Candella's just reviewing her notes from the day before she's gonna head up to her room and do her prayers.
Okay. All right. Same thing for everybody else. Gonna head up to your rooms.
Rectum doesn't technically need a room.
Okay.
So if it's okay, Factum's just gonna sort of sit in the corner at Calypso's table until Calypso leaves, and then just sort of like hold down the fort for the night.
Sure. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Can I try to contact my fiend? Like, maybe go to a sink and then just, like, fill it up
Yes.
with water and then...
Yes, you
Okay.
may.
It's been a while since I've done that, so...
Just imagining Inger going up to the sink and then just dunking her head in.
Right? Okay, wait, how do I do that again?
Okay, so you roll a religion check.
Just make sure it's water and not custard.
Yeah,
Oh my
you could
God.
totally like in your room run a bath, like fill it up and then do that.
Okay.
One
My
moment, Aria.
character sheet. Where'd it go?
I'm gonna do this Inga thing first, and then I'll get to you.
We cannot see.
Okay, that's religion. Oh, well. Is that a D20 roll?
Yep.
Oh, baby, good. Oh, that's a 17.
Hey, yeah.
Hey.
So, so you, do you fill up a sink or a tub or something?
Yeah, I'll fill up a sink just to be discreet.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so you fill up your sink, and you look into the reflection, and you just see yours. Just for a moment, like you're looking into your reflection, and you're kind of like thinking real hard. You're like, "Come on, hey, you big fish, come here." You know, you're trying to contact your patron, and all of a sudden the lights flicker, like on and off. And just as they flicker out, you see the dark, shadowy husk of your patron in the water with beady eyes and a big mouth with sharp teeth and a singular angler's light just drifting in this water. And it speaks very low, a lot lower than what my voice can do, like octaves lower. In like this booming voice, and it says, "What is it, my child?"
So, I've been traveling with the group more, and things keep happening. People keep attacking, like, cities and villages, and, well, we captured these 2 people, and then they seemed bad, like, really, really bad. Like, I think something bigger is going on, to be honest. I don't know what it is. And then someone in our group killed one of the people that we needed for information, and we have to wait to get to the other person. I'm very stressed right now. And there's also someone else in my group, and, you know, at the beginning when I first met him, he was really cool, and I really wanted to be his friend, and then something clicked, and we're not friends. And now he's being mean to everyone, and to me, and saying that I smell bad, which is just so rude.
That is
I don't know what to do. Do you have any advice?
My advice: don't let anything get to you. Don't make attachments. Stick to yourself. Stick to what you need, what you can get, what I can provide for you. Stay close. Listen. And when you can, tell me more about your friends.
Sure. Anything specific?
Anything about them. What they're like, what they're thinking. I'm highly curious.
Sure. Well, right off the bat, I can tell you that we have some important people. The guy who killed someone, he's an elk and he's a chief, I think. So, important person. And then we have Nash in Phoenix, and he is a councilman. He's also important. So, those are probably people of interest. Do you have any idea of what these bad people might be. I don't know, is there anyone that has, like, talked to you? I don't know who would talk to you other than me, but I just figured I'd ask. Any intuition or something like that?
Just shadows, my dear. Just shadows.
Okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Terribly
fine?
bored.
Oh, I'm sorry I'm not there. We'd be having a lot of fun.
I know we would.
Well, I should go to bed. Thank you for talking to me.
Of course. And remember, keep your light close.
Always.
And you see the water like ripple and the lights flicker back on and you just see your reflection again in the water.
Cool. So I'm standing, she stands over the sink, smiles, and dunks her head in the sink.
Yes.
I love it. Yes.
She's like, refreshing. This is how I wash my face. My skin routine, dunking my head in the sink. Want to know how I get my skin so flawless? Dunk my head in the sink.
You can't wait to wash your face and break your nose. Hey!
Okay.
Bah.
Is that all you wanted to do?
Yep.
Okay. Ariel, you said you wanted to do something?
I do. Okay.
Yes.
So, after I retire to my room, finally finish writing as official a statement as I can possibly make without being absolutely full of shit, while also not admitting anything really. Which is like, it just feel about the whole situation like, why me? Why today? You were doing. He's just kind of holds up his coin and looks at it. He's just kind of like, he doesn't go with any like pageantry or anything. He just looks at it and goes, "Help me."
Roll me religion.
He doesn't know how to do this yet. He's just like, ah.
Help.
Just reminds me of that Raven meme. Fuck!
Cue Junk rolling deception checks from the next room over, going, "Yes, my child, what is it?"
Why do I see that Junk is a master ventriloquist?
There it is. I couldn't find my thing. That is an 18 total.
Okay, yeah. So you have the coin in your hand and you look up to the sky. You just say, "Help. Help me." And you feel like, because you're in your room, the window is closed at the moment, but you feel this breeze drift across your body. Yeah, it sends a shiver down your spine. And you hear this voice in your head say, "Don't worry."
You know, that's literally part of who I am. Worrying is part of me.
What do you need, Ariel?
Some guidance. I have to cover for my people. I have to cover for the general. That's my priority. But I also have to cover for him. And I also want to beat him with a stick. Repeatedly in the head. That won't fix anything. I can't reattach the guy's head. And I can't apparently remove Darwin's from his ass.
You hear like a slight chuckle, like this like small giggle. And And she continues and just says, I've got you. There's nothing that would make me leave you. But if you do need to know, and suddenly like your vision like goes black, and it like there's this like flash of light in front of your eyes, and you see the prisoner in the cell. And like you're hearing other voices, but you can't quite make out what they're saying. But she's talking back. She looks scared, but like trembling, but speaking, and like she looks like she's spilling her guts, like not physically, but you know, she looks like she's just going, here's all that I know. And you hear Batsu's voice again say, have a little patience and you'll learn a lot more. And then your vision comes back to reality.
There goes gravity.
That's new. Okay, lots of new things happening. Goody. All right, I'll get used to that one.
You feel sorry, go ahead.
That's good news, at least.
She just says, have patience and be kind. And you feel that wind like brush through you again as her presence leaves.
I'm still beating him with a stick. He just kind of like rubs his face and rolls up the document and uses a symbol to like make a wax seal on it. He will slip out in the night and head to the jail, meet with the general briefly, and hand him the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like this exasperated look on his face. Look, he's not going to be here. I have an idea, but we'll wait till tomorrow. This is an official, and this is as good as it's going to get as far as a statement, if things get out. It has my seal on it. If anything official comes down, it's going to come down on me and not you. I should have been there. I'm sorry.
Well, thank you. At least one of you apologized.
He might at some point, but he has to remove his head from his ass. It's hard. Atoms make it very difficult to remove.
It's fine.
That's not racist.
Go get rest. Go get rest. We'll see you tomorrow.
Aye, you as well. And then he'll head back and go to bed. His face planted. Back.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else anybody wants to do? No?
Sarah, you're muted.
Mostly talking to myself. Just saying nothing that night. The next morning is where she's got something to do.
I don't know. Just like a book, if there's any books around, and maybe some like light to medium conversation with the bartender, but nothing like insane or anything.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Junker's gonna caffeine crash.
Oh, Candela, you said you were gonna do your nightly prayers.
Yeah.
Can you roll me a religion check, please?
Yeah, give me just a moment. I have a half-made star. Okay.
They're so cute.
Yeah, I know. Okay, now I gotta get a die out. Because I don't trust my Vax dice right now. But it's okay.
That is fair.
I'm gonna roll my Pike die, since that's a religion die. Ooh! 16.
16? Okay,
Yeah.
so what are you praying?
Basically, my usual prayers from the monastery.
Mm-hmm.
as well as grant me like strength and guidance to get through basically all the shit that they're going through, especially after witnessing Darwin just decapitate a person today.
Yeah. You worship Darion, correct?
Yeah, Darion.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was double checking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you start praying, and you hear this happy laughter, like in your head, like this little like Candela. You hear he sounds like he's just happy. He sounds like he is having a good time.
Yeah.
And you can almost feel him smiling down on you. And he just goes, Candela, you are not the girl you used to be in that monastery. And I could not be prouder.
Yeah, I was more of a troublemaker, I guess.
What's life without a little bit of troublemaking?
I guess you got a point there. Though, trouble just causes more trouble for us. I'm sure you saw what happened today at the jail.
I did. I see it all. But that's all your choices. I'm just here to guide you. I'm here to help you if you need anything.
Did I do the right thing calling Darwin out? I'm starting to... Doesn't feel like it. I know I haven't experienced the prejudices that he has experienced, but his actions were no better than that guy in the cell.
You were half right. Your choice was your choice, and his choice was his choice. The only thing that you can do, and the only thing that you can control, is your own actions. You decide whether you release something or hold it in. The same way that he does. Same way that all of you do. Nothing. And you can feel him smile again. And nothing you do could ever make me turn my eyes from you.
I appreciate that.
You're a lot stronger than you think you are, Candela. Act like it. You feel that smile, again.
Definitely do my best.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. She's smiling. Well, she has her eyes closed, but she's smiling.
Yeah. You feel that big, warm smile one last time before the presence, dissipates. Leaves.
She does 20 push-ups before she goes to bed. She's just like, fuck yeah, I'm pumped. Sky Dad is proud of me.
Everybody's over here having emotional moments with gods and extra beings, and Junk's over here like, I have a robot to talk to.
I'm the
trash
man.
He can't talk back.
I love.
I mean, if Junk reached out, who knows? Something might answer.
Also, I just love the dichotomy of how Darion speaks to Candela versus how he speaks to Calypso. He's just like, Candela, you are my precious child. I love you. And Calypso.
I told you to go over.
Candela, you're my precious child. Calypso, I don't care how many times you try to justify this, it's not okay to kill a child.
Okay. Yeah. Alright, well, I think that's everybody who wants to do anything for the evening, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Just double checking. Okay, so you all get a good night's rest. You guys have slept well. The next morning, everybody kind of slowly, one at a time, gathers in the tavern to have a really well-made breakfast. Daresh and his team have gone all out this time.
Mm-hmm.
They got bacon, they got eggs, they've got sausage, they got toast, they got French toast, they got waffles, they got pancakes, they got breakfast potatoes, they have hash browns, like, they have everything.
Do they have cinnamon rolls?
Yes, they do have cinnamon rolls.
Are they
have
as
crepes.
good as? Are they? Oh, okay, but are they as good as our mothers?
Yes.
I would like to ask an out of character question purely for the ignorant Scottish abomination that I am. What in the name of hell is breakfast potatoes?
Okay. They're basically potatoes, and they're like diced up basically, so they're all cut up, and they're like fried. I think.
We serve them
in a pan.
We serve them at work. It's usually like wedged or diced potatoes that are fried and served with onions and salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm. They're really good.
So the two UK people over here going.
It sounds like roasted potatoes.
That's what I was thinking. Is it maybe like roasties? It sounds like
Roasties. It's very similar to roasted potatoes. We just eat them at breakfast. And
no,
there are regional names for it.
You get a thing. You get a thing in the UK. It's like little cubes of potato. They're called potato roasties. They're usually like a lunchtime thing, but that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because we make roasted potatoes with our dinners every now and then, and it's the same fucking thing. It's just when you eat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty, cool. Just so I knew, I was just like, what's breakfast potatoes?
There are many ways to make a potato. I've never heard one named after an actual meal.
I could just feel my Irish mother somewhere jerk awake going, I sense a disturbance in the force.
It's also breakfast burritos.
Yeah. Well, what's funny was at my job we served 3 kind of potatoes. The breakfast potatoes, fried sweet potatoes, and then potato pancakes.
Okay.
Just all of the starch.
Junk.
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Junk is only going for bacon and eggs and coffee.
Okay.
Everything Candela gets, she adds spice to it.
Yep. I'm
just red pepper. She has her own personal bottle of red pepper flakes that she carries with her.
Does she
Jurash?
Does she do it?
Jurash will quickly. Sorry.
Yeah, she fucking does it like salt.
Yeah. Jurash will totally slide you a basket of hot wings.
A whole basket just for myself.
Yep.
She fucking chows down.
If a phoenix eats hot wings, cannibalism?
I mean,
no.
I mean, chickens eat other chickens. They are technically reptiles.
Oh.
People forget this. Birds are technically reptiles.
Yeah, they're reptile descendants.
Yep. And they are known for killing each other and eating each other.
Okay.
I did not need that information, but here we are.
Yeah. Junk is just kind of like sitting down with like a plate filled with bacon, a plate filled with eggs, and it's like double forking, like.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab myself some breakfast.
Okay.
Or Inger's. I don't know. Who am I at this point?
Only you can answer.
Gonna get like a cinnamon roll, like maybe some eggs, just to try it. But she's not sure if she'll like it or not. She's actually gonna sit in front of Junk and be like, "Hey, Kettle Pants, do you have enough to eat? Can you finish all of that?"
Kettle Pants?
Yeah.
I love that.
Junk isn't going to look up. He's like, as he's eating, he's looking at a book and he's going, probably not. I'll probably need some more fuel for the day. Depends on the amount of calorie intake that I'm doing, but it also depends on how much movement we're doing, or how much work I'm going to be doing, or how much thinking I'm going to be doing. Because actually, thinking does lower calories. A lot of people don't actually understand that. I'll probably go up for seconds. Why? Do you have enough food? Do you want some?
Candela just slowly looks between Junk and Inga. She's just like, I heard words, but I don't know what he just said.
Honestly, me too. Do you want to sit next to us? Come here.
Okay. I waddle over with my.
He's
my
trying to
breakfast
say
plate.
something. I know it.
I waddle over my plate of my breakfast and my Buffalo Wild Wings.
Nobody answers, so Junk immediately just goes back to reading over what looks like complex formulations and calculations with occasional drawings of crossbows while eating.
Hey, guys, I've got a fun idea. So I know the adults are probably going to do a lot of important things, and like it's really boring just talking to people. So, if you guys want to, we maybe could go out shopping.
I mean, I'm technically an adult too.
It doesn't matter. You are special to me. You are my friend, so I consider you one of my people, like Fractum, but Fractum is adult, so I think Fractum will want to do important things. I don't know, but they can come along if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
Fractum is eating a cinnamon roll, a tiny inch of bread at a time. Just like unrolled it, watching this whole interaction.
Yeah, I get the feeling Ariel's gonna be spending most of his time at the jail. Not sure what Calypso's gonna do. I just let her do her thing.
Yeah,
And...
she really does her own thing. That's so cute.
Yeah. Not sure what Don's gonna do. I don't think he's gonna go to the jail.
Probably not.
I mean, if you guys want to go shopping, I can go with y'all.
If you want to, Junk, would you come along? I think we could get you a really cool outfit, maybe some new pants, or I don't know, a shirt. Your first shirt.
Junk.
He's wearing clothes, though.
Well, yeah,
is he wearing clothes?
What does she think I'm running around with? Like a loincloth made of scrap metal, and like that's it. Like...
You're wearing the metal Princess Leia slave bikini.
I mean, it wouldn't be entirely out of.
Somebody needs to draw that fan art.
Loin metal.
No, we can't draw that fan art. He is a minor.
That's true.
Yeah.
Junk is going to look down at the clothes he's wearing. He is actually wearing clothes, but he did grow up in a junkyard, so a lot of his clothes is like.
Yeah.
Like those like engineering dungarees, but instead of like buttons and clasps, they've got scraps of metal attached to them. He's going to look down and go, realistically, I don't need any more clothes. I've got clothes that work absolutely perfectly. I mean, my shoes are different, but they're still shoes and they still work fine. Although what I do need is some components. It would be good to get some extra parts, or maybe some coffee. I should buy more coffee. I think I've run out of coffee.
I look at his cup of coffee. Is it completely out? I just grab the pitcher of coffee and just slowly pour more in his cup.
He immediately takes it. It's just like, okay, I don't need more coffee, but I could use more components. I've got a few upgrades in plan for this crossbow. Also for Junk. Junk needs a new eyeball. I should get new eyes to give him a new eyeball.
What you have not seen in the meantime is that Duresh has switched out the caffeinated coffee with decaf.
That's fine. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what we should do?
What should we do?
We should get clothes for Mr. Robots. And then he'll look so cool. Maybe a dress.
Can Scrap wear clothes?
Scrap can wear clothes, but there's no point in him wearing clothes because he doesn't need to wear clothes because he's got nothing to hide. He also doesn't feel any effects from the temperature, and also he's a robot.
But what if he wants to? He could look nice and feel good about himself, and that is what matters.
I think you're grasping. I think you don't really grasp the intellectual capacity of this robot. Junk doesn't feel. Junk doesn't think. Junk doesn't want. Also, Scrap doesn't feel. Scrap doesn't think. Scrap doesn't want. So.
But that's rather rude of you to assume. I think Scrap could really enjoy a dress. I want a dress.
I'm not assuming. See, I built him. I know what operates on him. Look, watch this. Scrap, you smell funny. Scrap does not react. Scrap, you look funny. Scrap does not react. Scrap, I like your hair today. You've done something very different with it. Scrap does not react. He doesn't feel. He's a robot.
But he could look cute in something. Well, you can get your component parts if you go out. But, I mean, you guys don't have to. I just thought it'd be fun. It'd be something to do.
I really don't want to go back to the jail today after what happened yesterday. Just let
That's fair.
let the higher up adults handle that.
The boring adults. No, that's offensive. They're not boring. They're like just serious. Let the serious adults take care of it.
Rectum continues to eat the cinnamon roll and is only about like halfway done with one.
I love how Fractum is just enjoying their cinnamon roll.
Junk is up for going shopping.
Yeah, Candela's up for shopping as well.
Two.
I see Darwin being the last one to come downstairs, and as he comes downstairs, he's not hiding it, and he's definitely not hard to miss. So all you guys see is a very grumpy, hungover looking elk dad coming down the stairs holding his head.
Upon seeing that, Candela just immediately goes silent. She's like, nope, I'm not going to say anything that might piss him off. It's too early in the morning.
Junk lowers his head and becomes very busy with his book, like not wanting to look it down.
Inger stares for a moment, but like she's just trying to think of what might make him feel better, but she doesn't quite know what to do.
Good morning, Darwin.
Morning, everyone. How do we all sleep?
I don't sleep.
That's fair.
Nice.
Wondering if I could have a
Oh!
Oh.
Ow.
Everybody stop snapping your necks. Fractum needs to have a word with Darwin.
Sorry. Go ahead, Fractum.
Oh, in private, please. Unrolls a bit more cinnamon roll, puts it in their mouth.
Darwin is literally just gonna grab a bit, grab a plate and get some breakfast. Like as he's talking, it's like, I'm sorry, Fractum. I need this as we're talking.
Oh, that's fine. Is there a table, like kitty corner to Calypso's table? Because I'm assuming Calypso's not sitting with the group for breakfast.
So hasn't come down yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, in that case, just Calypso's table. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, I heard what happened yesterday, and I just want you to know that I understand why you did it, even if I don't condone your actions. If you need to talk about it, let me know.
I've said all, with all due respect, Fractum, I've said all I can say on the matter, and
well, you may have noticed that I'm half elf, half phoenix, and not exactly the most popular mix of the two. I grew up being discriminated against from everyone on every side, and I understand why you would take the actions you took. But remember that we're trying to make this world a better place and stop evil from taking over. So if you need help remembering that, or if you need to vent so we can prevent that from happening again, I'm here for you.
it's much appreciated, Fractum. But
By the way, have you tried these cinnamon rolls? They're delightful.
I'll try anything at this point. I'm a little bit on the hungover side.
I'll see if I can get you some strong coffee.
You know, funny enough, I've never had coffee.
Oh, then I will get you some mild coffee.
I'll take some coffee.
Fractum's gonna walk over and talk to. Is Duresh he's there in the morning too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. Can I get some coffee with caffeine, please?
Oh yeah, sure. He pours you a nice cup, and he sets it down on the counter and just goes, "It's a really nice brew. I made it myself."
No, that's lovely. Cream and sugar are on the tables, or?
Yep, right over there.
All right. And Bracton will bring you the cup with a little thing of creamer and sugar if you want it.
Okay. Darwin is going to respectfully take it, look at it, down the fucker.
Okay.
First reaction. Oh, fuck.
It goes down really nice. Like, it is fresh. It's been pressed really well. Like, it's fine quality. Like,
but
coffee. This dude, like, no matter what he makes, like, Daresh makes the best shit.
It's like Quincy level of amazing.
Yes.
Yes.
But not realize, like, not thinking that it was going to be hot. Darwin's going to down it and go.
Why is it spicy?
Why is it spicy?
Okay, I should have checked the temperature. Oh my.
Even if you didn't take damage, I'm gonna use some of my healing points. Just one of them to like.
Okay.
Soothe your
Yeah.
To soothe my burnt fucking esophagus. Thank you. Darwin will go back to the table and kind of give a. I would like to apologize to everyone for what happened yesterday. I gave us some time last night to think about my actions, and I realized there was my anger and my rage were clouding my judgment, and I didn't make the best call. I realized that. I will strive to make up for the things that I've done, and I'm sorry for putting you all in that position.
Well, she accepted. Now, just remember, you need to remember all that and say that to the general after we're done.
If he doesn't hit me in the face first.
Even if he does, you kind of deserve it.
I mean, yeah. My jaw
I'm not
still
going to
hurts from
scold you,
Candela
but
yesterday.
I'm not going to bother scolding you. You've had that already. But if you do that again, I'm going to beat you in the head with a stick.
Fair enough. I'll ask for your permission this time.
I got some words of wisdom from my lady. I may have a angle that I can use. It's going to be fun to try, but I might have an in with remaining captive. So wish me luck on that.
I'll accompany you today, Oriole, if you don't mind.
That seems quite all right.
Well, I'm gonna have to go with you anyway to apologize to the general. So.
Yes, but before we do that, did you all find information on the girl?
We found, me and mainly Fractum, but I tagged along. Fractum found the journal, found like a diary.
Yes, Inga helps, and together we found this. Fractum passes the journal to Oreo.
He'll take it. He'll move around in his hand around in his quiver. Take out the letters. I found some letters in Johnston's room, which I wish I had gotten to you before we went to the jail. But he was corresponding with a couple of different people. One who was someone of similar mindset, probably a little leishman. They're not a big fan of sirens. That's about all I could glean from them. They were being vague and not giving much detail as far as where they were or where they were from. Apparently also writing who I think might have been his mother. And it's a lot different.
So?
I don't think she knew what he was doing.
So he didn't like centaurs and he didn't like sirens either.
Well, the person he was writing to, aside from what I believe to be his mother, didn't like sirens.
So he didn't like centaurs and the person he was writing to didn't like sirens.
Yes. Although I don't know if it was to the one we have in jail or someone else he was corresponding with. They used letters for names instead of actual names, even with his other correspondent. They're being open about their displeasures and their disagreements of people, but they're not betraying the cause itself in these letters. They're being silly half smart about it, in case they were to die or be captured. They would figure this out and be found. But if Johnston is his actual name, we might have to deliver some bad news. Then again, we'd have to deliver bad news anyway if it was captured. I'll look through the journal to see if I see any other similar sort of things, or if I can glean anything of use.
I mean, what you found was basically kind of what you found.
Of her journal?
Huh?
Of her journal?
From who?
The diary that they found of the girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought you were talking about the same journal.
No, the letters like tell me your secret traces.
The one that Fractum found.
Yeah.
And
yes.
They handed it to me. They handed it to me.
Yeah. So in this diary, you find quickly that this girl's name is Sarah, and she. I know, unintentional. I'm sorry.
Sarah's an NPC.
You get. Oh, it's fine.
It's probably spelled S-A-R-A. There's no other letters. It's just S-A-R-A.
Yeah. Yeah. Her name is Sarah, and she. You can kind of get this idea that she's kind of bright-eyed a little bit. She really likes the exploring aspect. Like she writes at least every day in this journal, being like, "Dear diary, today I did this, today I did that." You can see days and logs of I've been recruited, and then like the next one is I'm so excited. Hopefully I'll get my first assignment soon. Guys, dear diary, I'm heading to Ember, and things like that. Like she's excited. But you can tell she's also nervous. Like she expresses that she's nervous about the plan, and nervous about her particular partner, since Johnston doesn't really seem to, I guess, like her very much. Not that they don't exactly get along, but she's kind of like, oh, well, I guess it doesn't really, it won't, she says at one point, well, I guess it won't really matter in the end anyway. And that was like the last journal entry that she made.
But there wasn't like anti-this race sort of rhetoric?
Not that you could see from her journal.
Huh.
So it was only Johnston that was the racist cunt.
Yeah, he was the one who was verbally out there with his racism.
Yeah. She's an idealist. She wants to. She was probably sold the bullshit of they're making the world a better place, and I don't know if she has any real other racial leanings, but this is the journal of a bright-eyed person who probably spent most of her life in one place. She thinks she's on some grand adventure for a greater cause. That's usable. In fact, do you mind if I hold on to this journal? I might be able to coax something out of her by offering it back to her.
I have no use for it.
Thank you. Does she have any religious symmetry in the journal, like Bhatia or any of the other two?
You don't see any religious symbols in her journal, except for the Liegeman symbol that you've found before.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, Bhatia gave me advice on her, so maybe she might be also another avenue. But, I think I have something close to a plan, which is new for me. But
Rackham is sort of like bundle a couple of more cinnamon rolls together and like wrap them and then put them in their backpack. And then take another and start eating it slowly again.
oh yeah, Muriel's like after he gets all his stuff together and put back away in his fancy quiver, he'll eat. He'll have some cinnamon rolls, some coffee, and some bacon.
Calypso still hasn't come downstairs, right? Okay. Candela is going to excuse herself from the table and head up and knock on Calypso's door.
Well, before all of that, Calypso was going to be doing something else. I was just waiting. So I don't.
Yeah, what would you like to do?
I was going to, like I had messaged you earlier in the week, try and push back against that barrier a little bit.
Yes.
See what happens.
Okay.
Does he pick it up and beat me with it?
Candela's just like, ha ha ha, it's gonna be a good day, heading up Calypso's door, no idea that there's chaos going on the other side.
So, yeah, you're sitting in your room, and you hear Darian's voice in your head, loudly, saying, what are you doing?
You plan on keeping me like this much longer?
I don't think you need to be concerned with that. You should go help the others. There's important information that you need to get.
Oh, and that was so last time. Wonderful magics you've provided to me completely failed. And it wasn't by me.
It wasn't my fault. How about you just get up and let's go.
You know all of this is a waste of time.
You really think so, don't you?
I do.
You never cease to amaze me with your disbelief.
Well, if you want that information so badly, then maybe you should consider allowing me to use some of my own methods in providing that information.
No.
So boring.
Boring?
Yes, boring. Nice.
It's not boring if you don't look at it that way.
Can I kill at least one person?
No.
She's so dull. So dull.
Calypso, you have no right to tell me, a god, what I can and cannot do and what is valuable and not valuable. Especially to this party. I've seen things that you haven't. I've heard things that you haven't. So don't tell me how to run my job. Now get up and let's go.
Bloody gods. Goddamn arrogant.
I'm only arrogant because you don't seem to listen to me when I talk to you in any other way. So you want to play the sass card? Fine, I'll play the sass card too.
I will figure it out and deal with this bloody shackle one way or another.
Good luck.
Batia 1, Calypso 0.
Sass War were declared in their god. This is fucking hilarious.
I'm assuming
You said you wanted to push back. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, no, that was 100%. Yep, okay. I'm assuming about now is when there's a knock on my door.
Yep. Good timing.
Hey, Calypso?
What?
You know what? I'll just leave you alone. And Candela will just walk back downstairs.
Before, like, as you're starting to turn around, probably Calypso just, like, opens the door. Okay. Just starts to head downstairs.
Candela's just like, nope, not dealing with that.
Fair. All right. Is there anything that anybody wants to do before we head to the next part?
Not in seriousness, no.
Okay, great. This is a perfect opportunity for me to use the restroom. So let's take a break, and then we'll move on.
You know what? I want toast. I'm gonna get toast.
Get toast.
Why is it like I totally picture when Calypso comes downstairs, just like Junk just like pulls out his little ukulele, like Cruella de Vil. She doesn't scare you, no evil thing will.
Alright, also, hello everyone who joined the chat. Sorry I cannot interact with chat, and I'm sorry we're about to run an ad break for anyone who just joined.
At first you think Calypso is a devil, but after time you realize she's worse. You come to realize you've seen her kind of eyes. She'll do anything to put a child in a hearse.
Just wait, child. Just wait.
You know what's
Okay.
funny?
Sorry, just remind me, what was it you said there, Calypso? Was that, I'm watching you, Wazowski, always watching.
Always watching.
Alright, so I have a petticoat on underneath all this, and it's slightly itchy, so I have to hike my entire skirt up so that my butt's just sitting on my chair, and I sit down, and it just goes poof.
Much poof.
So much poof.
You know what's funny? If Junk actually made a whole song like that, I think Calypso would outward face Calypso hating everything. Inside face, I have to give him a point that's actually catchy. I'm even more upset about that, but I'm just gonna give him a death glare. I can't strangle the child.
She's secretly prideful that she has a theme song.
Yeah. It's like, hey, you have to write a song about me. That's new.
Junk is going to take a Disney song for each one of you and rewrite the lyrics.
Oh, I am nervous.
I will be taking no recommendations.
I am nervous for this.
Is Junk gonna take it wouldn't be feasible for Junk to take levels in Bard. I will sing you a song and you will die.
Who says Junk already doesn't have that?
That's fair. I don't know. I haven't seen your sheet, but you know.
Nobody will
I'm
see
planning
my
to go
sheet.
with a paladin build, which literally just take 3 levels in paladin. You are a paladin now. That's literally the build.
I'll tell you exactly what I'm going to do with Junk. I'm going to make him go 15 levels in College of Swords Bard, 3 levels in Kensai Monk, and 2 levels in 2 levels in Bladeslinger Wizard. Just Junk running around going, I've got 53 AC for 8 rounds of combat. Fuck you! Ah!
That is concerning.
I'll do
Turn
it.
him into literally Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a buzzsaw.
Junk is. I don't have any plans for Junk advancing in future. If Junk one day talks to a demon, then yeah, cool, he could become a warlock. If Junk one day talks to a celestial, yeah, cool, he could become a cleric. Junk has no path right now. Junk is just unadulterated, caffeine-fueled chaos. Like people ask what his alignment is, and I'm just like chaotic, and they're like chaotic what, and I'm like just chaotic.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, chaos.
Just chaos.
He's if I was to put a word on it, he's chaotic Deadpool.
Besides, nobody's getting hurt. That guy was already up there when I got here.
It's like just over in the corner, you can see Scrap just punching into some. Just like Junk, put him down. Technically, I don't have him. Scrap does.
Junk, tell Scrap to put him down.
See, I would, right? But there's like a process of communication that happens there, and also his receptors aren't really working right now, so really I'm going to have to wait for them to buffer and then reload. Sorry, man. Everybody just saying,
you just let him finish, and then we'll fix it. When will he finish? When there's not a head anymore.
That's the thing that I've not really got to show yet. Well, not that I haven't got to, I haven't wanted to. Junk is actually really intelligent. He's incredibly intelligent. He's also like a child. So it's like
he is it's a high intelligence, low wisdom. He knows many things, but he doesn't know shit. It's that duplicity. It's like he's lived in a junkyard for most of his life with just his metal friend. He's just like, I could tell you about how all this machinery works in excessive detail, but I'm still unaware of what waffles are.
This is how Junk's mind works, okay? Intellectually and logically speaking, I shouldn't be in melee combat because I don't do good. I am small, I have big metal friend, he does that. So I'll buy myself a crossbow, and that'll mean I'll be useful to this group. Also in Junk's head, what ways can I make this crossbow the most stupid thing on the planet?
It's brilliant intelligence with chaotic inspiration.
The guy with the crossbow going, are you sure you want this, kid? This is a heavy crossbow. Like, it's going to take you at least 2 minutes to reload this. And Junk said, what if it didn't need to reload? Do you want to buy some ammunition with that? What if it didn't need ammunition?
I wonder if you could use... Oh, I just thought of a terrifying combination. An artificer with a crossbow or some sort of firearm and gunner. One of the newer...
It's not as broken as you think about it, because all that the infusion does is mean that you don't need ammunition and that you don't need to pay attention to reload times. It doesn't mean you shoot any faster. It just means you don't have to take an action to reload.
Yeah.
Gunner also relies on using different types of ammunition. Now, if you've got the Artificer Infusion, which I have, which is multi-shot, which means that you don't have to reload and you don't really need to carry ammunition, all it does is make standard ammunition. If I want to use, like, explosive ammo, I have to manually load that. So Gunner doesn't really work with it. What does work with it is if you take a Ranger with the levels of Artificer needed for it, because then you can just, like... but
with a level of bard.
Whenever you my
see,
bow is
this is the thing as well, right? Because with an artificer, you have the option of making a ranged weapon your arcane focus. With a bard, your arcane focus can technically be your mouth, right? So if you have an artificer who's also part bard, can you choose to still work your bardic magics through your ranged weapon? And if that's the case, does that mean if I use Vicious Mockery, technically it's a crossbow bolt that gets to about an inch from your face, then goes, you smell really weird.
That would be hilarious.
I'm terrified.
Is everybody ready? Ready to go?
Okay, so I know that Candela, Junk, and Inge wanted to go shopping.
Yeah,
so
and Candela was gonna ask Calypso if she wanted to tag along with them, do her own thing, or go to the jail, but because Calypso was in bitch mode, she's not gonna ask.
Calypso does not. I apologize profusely.
You're fine, honey. You're playing your character. That's all that matters. So Calypso, Candela, Junk, and Inge, you guys are gonna go shopping.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? I'm gonna do this first, and then we'll do the interrogation.
I'm gonna be looking around for any like clothing or jewelry shops. Like as much as Inge like wants something really cool, like she wants someone else to tell her what they think is cool. She's gonna look for something cute and frilly. Probably something with in the color of lavender. Sorry.
You're good.
Continue.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look for something in the color lavender.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay, that's it.
Junk.
So, Junk. Okay. Junk is specifically looking for where's my list? I had a list of things he's actually looking for. Here we are. Junk is just looking to not really buy per se, but like get in touch with local like blacksmiths. So he can build up like a network of I need things quick, run to this person, they'll have it. And on the other side of that, he's also looking to buy some scrap leather and metal.
You can remember that Harris, I remember his name, Harris, offered that if you guys needed anything that he could help make some stuff. He's like a blacksmith and craftsman. He would probably have exactly what you're looking for. But before we get to that, Candela, what are you looking for?
Candela's not really looking for much. She's just walking around with Junk and Inga, making sure like all three of them like don't get into trouble. And I don't know, maybe she's just looking for some ball bearings.
Okay. Yeah, so Inga, as you go along the shops, there's a number of really cute shops that they have like dresses, they have a jewelry store, they have a shoe store, like a cobbler, and they have like lots of different things. They have like a hat maker and all that kinds of stuff, or hatter is the correct term, I guess. But yeah, you can find a lot of stuff. There's a really pretty lavender dress that you can find with pearl decorations on them. It seems to be about your size. It would probably cost you about 15 pearl for it, but it's definitely on the nicer end of things.
Okay.
You can also find a really pretty lavender like kind of colored necklace that would be like 3 pearl. It's really pretty, it's sparkly, it's handcrafted, it's definitely really nice.
Okay, this is silly. Can I like look around to see if anyone's dropped any pearl or any money or any currency?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Put my dice away. Why did I do that? Okay. Oh. Investigation. That's a 21.
Woo. Roll me a D10.
It's not the D10. Oh my god, I can't find anything in here. This is not the D10.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I overthought.
Because the D10 will just have a 0 to represent the 10.
I
A
see.
singular 0.
I got a 1.
A 1? Yeah, so you find 1 pearl.
Oh, come on. I only have 5. That's 6 now.
You should have started off with, I gave you 50 pearl, right?
No, apparently on my sheet it only says, oh, I did read that wrong. That is 50. I'm a dumbass.
Now you have 51.
Hey,
You
hey,
have more than that!
hey,
No, I have 51.
if it suffices, you have more money than Candela.
Oh my goodness.
100 seed calculates to 10 pearl.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Aw.
Candela's a broke ass bitch.
Everybody had more money than Junk, but then I smacked a bitch with a crowbar and stole her wallet.
Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm also gonna look for, because I'm spanking rich. I'm gonna purchase the dress, opt out of the necklace. No, I do want. Okay, wait. Decisions. That's only 3. Okay,
So
you know what? I'm gonna. Yeah, I want to buy the dress.
15.
Okay, I'm gonna write this down.
The dress was 15, and the necklace was 3.
Can I find any pretty dresses that I think would look good on Candela?
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, wait, but that's 5.
Why am I laughing? Because it works. Candela doesn't wear dresses.
I mean, that's fair.
That's fair.
You don't find a dress, but you do find like a pretty cute like blue shawl, basically. It's similar to the same color of her kita. Like it kind of catches your eye because it's like, oh, that looks like her kita. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, how much is that?
That's about 1 pearl.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna take the dress, the necklace, and the shawl.
Okay. So that's 19.
Okay.
19 pearl.
And I've written it down. I'll like actually do the math minus 51 later because I can't. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the dress for myself. I'm gonna, just cause I think it might look pretty, I'm gonna give the necklace to Fractum and then the shawl to Candela. So
Okay.
I'm holding on to the necklace until I meet Fractum, but then I just sort of like take the shawl and I just like hold it up in front of Candela. She was like, I thought this would look cute on you here.
Oh, thank you.
Of course, try it on. See how it is. Is it comfortable or?
She'll wrap the shawl kind of around her shoulders, make it kind of like
It's
a little...
nice. It's a really nice fabric. It's soft. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. Not a lot, but just a tad. You know, it's fairly complimentary.
I like it. I just hope I don't get it dirty or anything. And she looks down at her monk vestiges that are like over the years have been resewn and all that.
It'd be like that.
Yeah. Like the only thing pristine on her right now is her kita, because she takes very good care of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, can I look just for one more thing? Any like gauntlets, like maybe something leather. Like I'm not looking for like heavy armor, but just something that will make her feel edgy.
Yeah, you could actually find a lot of that with Harris. So you and Junk could find some stuff together.
Okay, cool.
But We'll take care of Junk and what he wants to find with Harris.
Okay, so yeah, Junk would walk into Harris's shop, and he would like turn to Scrap and be like, "You stay," and then like wanders and gets down off Scrap's back because Junk doesn't walk because why would he? He's better than these mere mortals. And then he's gonna step in and be like, "Harris, mate, how's it going?"
Oh, hey, how's it going? And he's
Not
like
bad.
setting things up in his shop and getting it all ready for the day.
I was wondering if I can maybe take a look and see if you have any materials I'm looking for. I'm looking to make a surprise for some people and also and then he's going to take out his crossbow and be like, and do things to this.
That's a big crossbow.
Yeah, that's the issue. See, it's a big crossbow and it does what I want it to. Plus, I've done some things to it so it doesn't need to reload and I don't need ammunition. The only thing is, I'm pretty small and the kickback is like a cannon. So I'm looking to make some stabilizing struts.
Okay, what kind of material are you looking for?
Okay, so I need the total list of materials I need is any leather and scrap metal that you have for sale. I'll buy it because I have money now. I found money. I hit somebody in the back of the head with a crossbow and then I took their wallet. Not a crossbow, a crowbar. I always get those two mixed up.
I think I have plenty of what you're looking for. And he like goes to the back and brings out a whole bunch of different like leathers and all kinds of stuff that you're looking for. It's like,
Harris isn't even phased that Junk hit someone over the head with a crowbar and
Right.
mugged him.
He said, this will probably run you about let's see, what kind of currency do you have on you?
Well, I started with like next to nothing, but I got like 30 pearl from the woman I bonked over the head, and then I had the money I started with. So I haven't spent any money except for the crossbow. So I'm actually doing pretty good for money. I'm sitting on 75 pearl at the moment.
Yeah, he goes, yeah, you got pearl? Yeah, this will run you probably 10 pearl.
All right. Well, I've got a couple of other things I'm looking for, and if you can't help me, can you wonder if you can maybe point me to where I can get them?
Sure, what are you thinking of?
So, the total list of things that I'm looking for. I need 1 block of wood. Any good, strong, hearty wood. 1 block of marble. Again, these are only like fist-sized blocks.
Okay.
3 blocks of redstone. 3 leaves of gold. 3 lumps of coral, and 1 sapphire.
You fucking crafted something in Minecraft?
I'm sorry.
Right.
Christmas season, I have to say, golden ring.
He goes, I don't have all of those, but I do have a block of wood and some marble.
Brilliant. I'll take them as well.
Great, that'll run you another 2 pearl.
Awesome. I'll hand over the 12 pearl, and I can mark them off my list.
He'll take it and get all of the supplies that you need and wrap it up really nice, kind of in a bag, and tie it off and hand it over to you. And just go, thanks, and go look out there.
Yeah, you too, mate. If you ever need any hand with making things magic or move on their own or anything like that, give me a call.
Will do. And don't forget, if you or your party needs anything from me, I'm always here.
I'm going to hand the bag to Scrap and go, come on, mate, we've still got some things to find. And puddle off.
Okay. Candela! Remind me. You were trying to keep everybody kind of in check, right?
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I lost one of my stars on the ground. I'll find it later.
Oh. Yeah, but everything's gone fairly smoothly. You've been kind of with the 2 of them, and everything's been good. Inga, you wanted to go in after Junk with Harris?
Yeah, I want to talk to him.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll walk in with her and I'll just be quiet as I'm looking for this fucking star.
Good.
Alright, so Inger walks in and is like looking around, kind of like, oh, this is an interesting place.
Oh, hey.
Oh, hi. I was hoping you would have something that I'm looking for.
Sure, what are you looking for?
So I was thinking, I was out shopping and I found like this really cute dress, and it's all like nice and frilly and cute, and like I thought like that's for whenever I'm like doing something nice or want to feel nice, but like whenever I'm just like this, like just normal and casual, like I kind of want to look cool, So I thought, what's cooler than like gauntlets? I think.
Leather gauntlets?
Yeah, like that. So
Okay.
I wanted to know if you would have anything like that.
He kind of like takes a look at your wrist as you're holding them up. He's like, I don't have anything that small, but I can make you a fresh pair if you'd like. They will be ready by tomorrow morning, in case you're staying.
I don't know if we're staying. Are we staying?
I don't know. I
We're
just
staying.
bonked my head.
Okay.
I don't know if any of y'all heard that.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm good.
Are we staying another night though?
I don't think we discussed that yet.
Yeah. Cause I'd love to, like, get these and pay for these, but if like I get back and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're gonna go to like another area, then I would have paid for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I mean, Harris would find a way to help you.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, I'm sure that the party wouldn't just up and leave without,
Yeah. Okay.
without a reason.
Okay. Yeah, Inger is gonna like nod her head. She's like, okay, 2 more things. One, could you like put a little design in it, like a little symbol or something? And 2, how much would that cost?
Well, to run something about that size, probably, I guess, I'm assuming you're holding Pearl currency. Okay, I would say maybe about 4 Pearl, to make yours.
Okay, and could you put like a little design of some sort?
Yeah. Do you want any specific kind of design, or?
Maybe, well, I would be cool with either like the silhouettes of a mermaid with my light, or like a scary anglerfish with the light. Like either one. Like make like pretty or ugly. Like either one works.
I could overlay the 2 and have a mermaid in front of an anglerfish.
That would be spooky, and I'm okay with that.
Okay. He's like, yeah, I will do that. Any particular color? Just brown or black or?
Probably black. If there's any undertones in the leather, make sure it's like a bluish. Brown, like brown undertones or any other undertones, like are kind of gross.
Okay.
Okay,
He
cool.
kind of laughs a little. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, so I'll take the 4 gold and I'll start working on it for you right away. Or 4 Pearl.
Old habit.
Old habits die hard.
So she like eagerly takes out the pearl and then hands it to him, and then it's like, thank you so much, I'm so excited, I'm gonna look so badass.
All right, you take care now, okay? Be safe.
Okay, you too. And she
goes
heads
off
out.
to work.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's it for the Chaos Children.
I'm not making anything
Fractum.
destructive, I promise.
Oh my god.
Fractum and Calypso, what are you guys planning on doing?
Fractum's gonna go with Oriel and Darwin to the jail, but Fractum's also gonna go in with Oriel when they are doing the interview.
Okay.
Or the interrogation, or the assault. or whatever. Attack. Russian attack.
Calypso.
I'm also going to head towards the jail.
Okay, great. Awesome. Oriel, you had a thing that you wanted to say earlier?
Button. Where is button? There's button. This is more like a tacked on at the end of the thing. But no, I could do that. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I can note that I want to do it before we end. Is that Ariel wants to go back to our other friend that after they're done with the jail, goes back to our other friend that can do is good at the making stuff and see.
Oh, Harris.
Yeah, he will see if he has any special kind of arrows or any like fancy arrows.
No, nothing allowed, Nate.
I have nothing I can bullshit with. Okay, I just have regular money.
You're fired.
Yeah, we can. You can go and talk to Harris. Probably once the interrogation is done. So yeah, so the four of you head to the jail. The general is at the door, having a cup of joe in the morning, trying to like wake up. He's not entirely in a great mood, but he does seem to be getting a little bit better now that he's had at least some coffee in his system. And he sees you guys approach and goes, just the four of you today? Sorry, what?
Seems to be.
All right. Well, Oh, that's right. Okay. I'll get back to you in just a moment, Candela.
It's fine.
Sorry, I apologize. I forgot. But we'll get back to that in just a moment, I promise. I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought. Remind me where we
At the jail.
at the jail. Thank you. So yeah, the general is there. He just kind of opens the door a little bit and just says, she's gonna stay behind that door in the cell, and I'm gonna keep it locked, and it's gonna stay that way.
That's fair. Gary will also turn in like his weapons and stuff, but he'll take the diary and some of his other notes out of his pack, and it'll surrender all the weapons.
Okay.
Do we have to surrender our weapons?
Say that again.
Do we have to surrender our weapons?
He says it would be preferable.
I promise you I mean no harm to this person we're interrogating.
I believe you.
All right.
Just, I'm on edge. Forgive me.
Understandable. Our apologies.
Darren will say this to the general. While they are interrogating her, General, do you mind if I have a word with you in private?
Fair enough.
DM, you may either do, you can do the interrogation first and then move on to the Down and General next, if that's easier, whatever you prefer.
We can have the little conversation now.
Okay. Cool. General, I apologize for my actions yesterday. They were reckless and without thought. I have no excuse, but do. I'm not expecting you to believe me when I say this, but I truly do apologize for my actions yesterday, and I will repay in any way that you seem fit.
I appreciate the apology. Thank you for apologizing and being a man about it, frankly.
Well, half a man. Look, I had to. It was there.
Yeah.
You gave it to me.
Yeah, he goes like full belly laugh. He's like, all right, that was a good one.
I mean, you gave it to me. Like, you gave me ammunition, so
that's
you.
fair.
Tell you what. Yeah. He brings out the bottle of whiskey from Daresh. I take it you haven't seen this before, or you've heard of.
He's like, oh shit, is that Daresh's shit?
Mm-hmm.
That's good shit.
I will happily share a drink with you.
He thinks for a moment, just goes, as much as I would like that, I'm gonna have to pass. But I'll tell you what. You want to make things up to me? Find me another guard. One that's preferably not going to burn down the city.
Does being a guard pay well?
It has its perks. But I wouldn't exactly expect someone of your stature, or I think anyone from your party.
Oh no, I'm not talking about me. The best. I have an idea. The best he'll be able to do is part-time. But there was one man that the party has found who has a real love for the city and wants to protect it. I think you'll like him.
Okay.
I'll surprise you.
Fair
enough. He'll put out his hand for a genuine handshake.
Yeah, he shakes your hand firmly.
Okay. And he will relay to Ariel, Fractum, and Calypso that I'm just going out for a few. If I don't find you here, I guess I'll find you back at the tavern.
Tread carefully.
Sorry, no, it was Sarah's reaction as Calypso just
trot carefully.
And yeah, he will go and find Harris.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, we will have the interrogation. So Calypso, Fractum, and Ariel, you guys head into the jail and come upon Sarah's cell. And she is sitting on the floor in the corner, like arms on her knees, resting a little bit. And as you guys like come up, she like lifts her head and just like puts it back down again.
Restful night.
No.
No, I don't imagine it would be.
You kind of killed my partner, so.
Oh, I didn't. Someone else did.
The way I see it, you're all guilty.
And yet we're not the ones in the cell.
Strange way of seeing it, I guess. What do you want?
Nonsense. I had a look through this. You'll hold up the journal. It doesn't very much speak to me of someone who's, well, one, partakes in arson, attempted murder, and general, what's the word? Malice. It seems like it reads more like someone who thinks they're on some grand adventure. Well, maybe not grand, but an adventure nonetheless.
And? So what?
Did they tell you that making the world a better place would involve trying to burn down a city full of innocent people?
Sacrifices have to be made sometimes.
You don't believe that.
Have you killed
I don't know. You killed my partner. Clearly, it was a sacrifice that had to be made.
Have you killed anyone?
No.
But you're willing to snuff out the life of thousands, if not tens of thousands?
Or your own life, for that matter. Did you two even have really an exit strategy?
We had a plan.
Was it run into the desert and hope they don't find you?
No.
Or was it to die for the cause?
She stays real quiet.
We don't need to be this polite, you know.
No, I know. I'm kind of expecting you to chop my head off.
He just gives kind of a look to Calypso.
What did you say?
Sorry. Like it was easier to hear over there than it was sitting.
I struggle with sound in general, and there's a lot of people who are super echoey tonight, so it just takes me a minute.
Sorry. He just gives Calypso a look. I do know what I'm doing.
I cast Zone of Truth.
Also, how old is this girl?
She's like 19, like 18, 19. Okay. Fairly young.
She's a babe still. You cast Zone of Truth?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's a charisma saving throw of 14.
Charisma save? Okay. Let me... Ooh, yikes. Yeah, that's a dirty 20.
Oh, this is such a pain in the ass. I'm
She goes, "You're a pain in the ass."
You have no idea.
I'm going to. I guess I'll try it one more time. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to be mean.
Okay. What was the DC?
14.
14? Yeah, she just makes it.
When it doesn't work, Calypso has that. The I told you so look.
Are you alright, Calypso?
Oh, is the big bad deity being mean to you?
I would watch your tongue if I were you.
I'm gonna cast blindness on this bitch now that she's mocking me.
Can I roll to stop?
Con save 14.
Con save of 14.
Am I even able to stop her?
Okay.
Yeah.
Come on, you gotta come out. Please.
So she suddenly goes completely blind and doesn't know why.
Jeez.
I would like to intimidate.
Okay.
Yeah. Does Fractum have advantage because now she can't see?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. 18.
8. Yeah. Ugh, yeah. She's now like she's blind and she's like kind of holding her head like this and she started like shaking.
You should beware that we are here to fight whatever evil you work for, and should we need to, we will take your life. And even though Fractum doesn't know that she's blind, take out like 2 daggers and sort of like hold them up.
She's blind for the next minute.
Y'all just made anti-Isla. Oh my god.
I'm also going to walk around her as quietly as I can, so I'm behind her.
Are we allowed?
She's in a cell.
Yeah.
They haven't opened it. I assume no.
They're not going to open it.
No, the general is not going to open that cell door.
Uriel kind of like grips his.
Sorry, well, hold on. Can I finish my intimidate? If you don't mind. Sorry. So Fractum says this and brandishes the daggers and then says, however, if you help us, we can save you from this life of crime. And perhaps you can take on other endeavors that would take you to an old age.
Yeah, she like kind of pauses for a moment, as she's kind of shaking. She weakly says, "You don't scare me."
I don't believe you.
I can fix that.
Ooh.
You two want to step outside.
Oh.
Uriel looks absolutely livid.
At us?
Absolutely. He turns around and looks at both of you. This is not an expression he does. Like there is almost like a dull blue ember in his eyes. Both of you outside now.
No.
I can move you myself. And I will if I have to.
Yo, are we about to have an in-party TPK right now?
Yes, please. I want to see murder.
Calypso just kind of like does a little wave, but all she does is step backwards against the wall.
Fractum's not moving, but Fractum will put the daggers away, since it doesn't seem like this girl can see anything for some reason.
She's blind for a minute, so.
And then Fractum will cross their arms.
A very long, contemplative look on his face.
Fractum, like, staring.
I should have come by myself, if this is how you two are going to behave.
We need answers, and we need them.
Yes, and it doesn't involve casting spells and threatening someone's life.
I don't think we're the biggest threat this girl has at this moment.
No, we're not. And that's a point I could have made if someone hadn't thrown a spell at her.
In my defense, the first spell I tried was simply a zone of truth. When that didn't work, I got frustrated. Nothing that causes any damage long term.
No, but the last time someone got frustrated in this jail, someone lost their head.
Unfortunately, that's not an option for me.
You're right. It's not.
I'm not one to resort to murder right off. Fractum will say that quietly enough that only Oriel and maybe Calypso can hear, though.
At least one of you would have been able to think somewhat rationally with this. But I'll see if I can salvage it. He just looks really irritated, just like, fucking why?
I suggest you hurry.
And I suggested you wait outside, but we're not following suggestions today.
No, I was told to listen to this, and apparently I have to follow orders.
I took a turn and look at you like, what are you talking about? Well, are you going to stand there or are you going to ask questions? You are muted, sir.
He does not answer. He just turns around and moves back towards the cell.
Mm-hmm.
Very deep breath. I looked through Johnston's room, as we would after everything that happened. I found letters to what I believe to be his mother. I also found letters to someone else that he is talking with. Nasty man. Very unpopular opinions. But he didn't mention any of that to this other person. He still, despite all of his flaws, he still had someone he cared about. Enough to hide what he was doing. You're not very old, are you? I'd wager you've only been an adult for a short time. Your parents know why you left.
I don't have any.
Orphans are easy to recruit when they believe they'll get something they don't have. They really tried to sell you on that you were making the world a better place. I suppose when you have nothing, any cause that's willing to take you in and give you a sense of family is worth following. You aren't some bloodthirsty killer. he'll take the journal and he'll kind of feed it through the she can't see right now, but he'll kind of feed it through the after do one more check, make sure it's not like a hidden knife in here or something. And he'll like toss the journal like at her feet.
Yeah, she kind of like feels around for the journal and she like recognizes it immediately and like snatches it up in her arms.
A very interesting read.
You know, it's rude to read someone's diary.
It's also rude to set part of the town on fire.
They deserved it.
How do you know?
Yes, why do you say that?
Because everyone thinks that everything is so hunky-dory when it's not.
Extrapolate.
From Johnson's writings, he complained about people feeling so entitled.
Precisely. My parents died when I was young, while they were living down in Creston. And my parents were hard workers, kind people. But the rent was too high. And did our landlords give us a chance? No. Brightwood elves think that they're so amazing. They're entitled. And they threw us out on the streets.
I have a quick question. Sorry. What is Oriel's race again?
He's a Ashen Phoenix.
Okay, and Calypso is a
Siren.
Okay. Sarah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sarah. What's your name?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that. I was tortured and teased by Brightwood elves for most of my childhood, and I also ran away from a home that didn't accept me. But what you're doing, what this group that you're with wants to do, isn't just to upend that social imbalance. They want to cause harm or death to other innocent people like your parents. It's not fair for one group to say, because of your race, you deserve to die. Wouldn't you agree?
My parents didn't deserve to die.
I agree.
They didn't deserve to get sick.
You're right. They didn't.
And what's happening to the landlords then? They're sitting, eating their luscious dinners, enjoying themselves, getting fat and lazy, feeding off of people who are the less fortunate.
So why not target them? Not an entire city full of people. Or better yet, instead of revenge, become a healer. Become someone that can do good. Become someone who can change the status quo, like my friend Oriel here. Even though we just had a tiff, Fractum's gonna sort of give you a glance of like,
They just kind of nod. I want you to understand something. What happened to your parents was unfair. What happened to you was completely unfair. And there are people in this world who are pieces of shit. I have to deal with them a lot. As he said, my name is Uriel. I come from one of those pretentious, fancy families. You know what I've done most of my life? I lived in the woods, and I hunted the beasts that plague my people. Harpies, giant eagles occasionally. I helped the people that I could. And eventually, though not entirely my idea, I joined the council to protect my people and yours. I've been through your forests. You know, at this point, is the blindness sort of worn off?
Yeah.
He'll take out the Batia's coin and show it to her. I worship your goddess. She's actually started speaking to me recently. I came from the similar place of those people who hurt your family. But I decided to do something different. Individual people can make terrible choices that cause innocent people to be in pain and to die. Those landlords should be held responsible for what happened. But we're not in your home. We're in the middle of Ember. The people of Ember have nothing to do with what happened to your family. These are innocent people trying to make their way in the world.
Most of them, anyway.
Most.
I don't need a deity's help. Besides, the one in charge is a lot stronger than a deity.
At least that's what they've told you. See, the fun thing about words, people underestimate how much they have meaning to people who have nothing. You can throw fancy words at someone who's got everything to try and tell them to change their ways, to do good things for the little people, and they can disvalue your words. But when someone tells you, I have a plan to make up for the deaths of your family and families like yours by changing everything, you'll do whatever it takes so that no one has to suffer the way you did.
Exactly.
Then why haven't you opened a soup kitchen? Why haven't you tried to lead people who are impoverished to somewhere else to help build housing for people who...
Because there are so many people who already do that. We need something else, a change, a real change.
You mentioned a leader.
Say that again?
You mentioned a leader.
Yeah.
What is
They're
their
gonna make everything better.
What is their name?
I don't know. Everyone just calls them the God Killer.
Grandiose title. Tacky, but certainly gets a point across to people who feel abandoned by the gods.
Certainly a fascinating title. I wonder how they got it. Is it self-prescribed, or do they have a reason for it?
I know.
Insight check.
Sure. Sure, go for it.
I'm Calypso, actually.
Okay.
I was gonna insight check this chick, but apparently I'm getting insight checked. I don't even know what I'm rolling against, or what I'm supposed to be using to roll against your roll. What is your roll?
Good question. I'm just trying to see like why you're curious about this God Killer bullshit.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7, but I don't know what to add to it, so.
I guess deception?
Cool, it's a 9.
Yay! I incite you. You're incited.
Thinking about it.
Calypso is more.
Interest peaked.
It's a fascinating name for someone who doesn't like her current circumstances.
Put in my pocket for later.
Calypso, if you try to enlist someone to kill Darian, Candela will kill you.
Don't stab my god, please.
Or would her god physically stop her?
Yeah.
Literally.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a question.
Fraction's a little distracted with that insight, so Oriel, if you want to continue the interrogation.
Can I still insight check the chick though?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
8.
Yeah, you kind of, you could guess she's basically telling you the truth.
Do you remember the names of those landlords?
Say it again.
Do you remember the names of the landlords?
Of the landlords? No, I was too young. I remember their faces though.
Did they have a symbol, a house crest, like they would have been on the bills or on something they wore?
Well, they were Brightwood elves, so they had their leaf pins. One was a mistletoe leaf, and the other was a pine leaf.
He'll like take out a journal and make some notes. I have some friends in Christian. Might see how they're doing and do a little investigating.
One moment. Okay. Continue.
I guess I don't understand why you chose this group.
Because they're everywhere. There's so many of us. And we actually want to see a change, and we have plans, we have things set in place that we know we're going to see change.
Well, they will. Since your plan was to die. It's an interesting family. They sell you on these grand ideas of we're going to change the world. They don't exactly say how they're going to change it for the better, or what will change, or how many will die, or if you'll live to see it.
Fractum's gonna unwind the cloth that covers their hands, and sort of like approach the bars. There are other ways to inflict change, and if you're willing to seek out help, you can find ways that don't include genocide or needless destruction. And they'll flash the half moons that are branded on their hands. And they sort of like, if there's light in the cell, they'll sort of reflect the light a little bit. I follow a patron who has helped me bring goodness into this world, and that is what I'm here to do. I might seem scary, or just weird, but like you, I want to see change. And if you're willing to step away from this cult, this group of sycophants who want to change things whatever the cost, perhaps you too can find that you can do real change. If you're interested, I can help you, but you have to walk away from this path of evil.
She pauses for a moment and just says, I just want my parents back.
This God Killer can't give you that. I'm sorry. If I could hand them to you, I would, but I can't. And they can't. And none of this, burning these words, hurting innocent people, none of that's going to bring them back. They're gone. But you're still here, and you're still young. You have so much chance to really make a difference in the world. You are ready to throw away your life for a cause that is only going to bring more pain and suffering and cause more deaths, more needless deaths, like your parents. When people like them say sacrifices must be made, they don't mean themselves. They don't mean the people that are important. They mean people like you. Sad and hurt people who want to believe in something. They'll throw all of your lives away to get what they want. And that is the better future for people like you. It never is.
For a fact, I would like to produce flame.
She takes a breath, really deep breath. Fine. I'll tell you what I know.
You will promise. I will find those people. I will find the people who led to your parents' deaths. As I have no doubt you and your parents were not their only victims. And I will take all of that privilege and all those things that I have, and I will see them brought to justice. I'm trying to fix the system from the inside, which is never what I thought I'd do. Thank you for helping us.
She kind of like shakes it off a little bit, kind of shake off the dust, and just goes, you might want to write this down because It's a lot.
Yeah, he has his notepad ready. Flip to new page. Like marks on people to fuck up. Bad guy.
Yep. She just goes, there are multiple levels of this group. There's multiple people of different positions. I believe 6 or 7. And they all rank in different statuses. Each one slowly leading up to the God Killer.
Serial actually makes quotations around the name God Killer.
Yeah.
Quotations there. Skeptical face.
Like I said, there are tons of people all over Pandor who are a part of this movement. Even people that I didn't think are.
Fractum's gonna look at Calypso, just kind of be like,
"What
are these people?"
He will actually underline that to the point. Not that he looked at Calypso, or that they look at Calypso, that people, unexpected people. He's like, underline that.
I do know that the God Killer apparently has some kind of power or ability. I'm not sure on what it is myself. No one has really seen it, but it's apparently no joke. I do know that the power that the God Killer has is something that the gods don't. But what that is, I don't know.
It's the ability to order Jimmy John's.
Boo, Jimmy John's, boo.
That's good.
I only knew if you're planning on stopping more of these, head down to Creston, to the city Willow. We've got some people that are gonna make a rise there.
Sorry, did you say the city Willow?
Willow.
A lot's happening in Willow lately.
No names. Description.
I don't know them.
More likely titles or nicknames of higher-ups.
That's the thing about this group. Is a lot of us, like I said, I didn't even know that certain people were actually a part of the group. It's so secretive that a lot of us don't even know each other. It's just a collective mind of, I guess, like-minded individuals who are willing to rise up and attack.
Can I ask how you tell each other apart when you're in public?
The symbol of the Liegeman.
Is it worn? Is it carried? Is it branded on you like cattle?
Sometimes it's carried, sometimes it's worn. It depends.
Tattoo of it.
All right.
He'll
That's
flip
all I
back
know.
and he'll flip back and hold up the symbol.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. Have you seen any other variations of it? Or is it fairly consistent? Have you seen other variations of it, or is it fairly consistent?
No, that's pretty consistent.
Were you or two of you also the ones who carved those same words into the stone at the capital?
Hi.
Yes, we were gonna see if we can track you by your boots. I could guess that you're race from that alone. You're a maiden, Kristen.
I will say points for artisticness.
Also, do you still have that chisel somewhere?
He threw it out. It broke on the way.
Probably. It wasn't meant to be used the way. It was both meant to be used that way and also not meant to be used that way. Well, at least other that.
Do we have any more questions for this young lady?
Have you ever seen this god killer?
No.
Did you meet any of the other leaders?
Hmm.
Did you meet any of the other leaders, or know the name of the other one who recruited you?
I don't know any of them personally, and I don't know their names or faces, only that there's the certain ranks leading up to the God Killer. Everything I told you is all that I know. That I can swear.
7 leading up to the 7 leading up to the God Killer, or 7 including the God Killer?
No, 7 leading up to.
Okay.
7 not including the God Killer.
How did you receive your orders?
Trickles down. Word of mouth.
You're told but to go to this place, find your compatriot, and then either you will be given instructions or they will have the instructions.
It's a strange web of people.
If it was easier to follow, then it would be easier to track.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's all by word of mouth. And that's why we're all kind of strangers to each other. It's harder to catch on the trail.
The World Wide Web.
You know.
You want some drugs, kids? You want some anarchy?
What was the initial of the person that Johnston was talking with
I think
being
it was
a racy?
B?
B. Do you know? I said you don't know anyone by name. Did you hear anyone referred to by B, first letter of the name, or anyone you know by that name of note?
B.
Someone that Johnston was communicating with. Apparently, they're not very fond of sirens.
Ouch. Because Sarah is a siren herself.
Yes. Well, Johnston's. Well, I guess you could probably figure out which one Johnston was in a fan of.
Gee. Wonder what that is.
It's very like. He's just like, I'm never going to hear the end of this. No, no, you're not. And that's entirely fair. Well, mostly. It'll wear off. Don't worry.
Are there any last questions?
Fractum is going to take that flame and sort of like singe a piece of their headband off, which is made from the unicorn hair and other fabric. There's a moment where it like flashes like glittery, and then they'll cast Mage Hand and take the piece that they broke off and sort of glide it over to Sarah for her to take.
Yeah, she takes it a little bit.
I meant what I said. There are other ways that you can find power, and if you can use it for justice, you may find that Murder isn't necessary.
Or you can have fun. Calypso says very quietly.
you feel Darion go.
I when you get out,
What? I didn't do nothing.
if you get out, or any time that you have a moment under the lights of the full moon, take this to a place in nature and mention my name. I am Fractum. My patron should find you.
Thanks, I guess.
I'm gonna have the mage hand sort of like caress her like cheek a little bit and like that like child, you're gonna be okay. And then until we meet again.
I'm going to use Mage Hand, and I'm going to slap someone in the face.
Yeah. So, is that it for you guys?
Yeah, Fractum will walk away, giving Oriole kind of like a pointed look.
Okay.
He'll just kind of nod to her and can't do you any further favors in here, but I will be looking into that. Good luck.
Does Calypso follow us?
Follows a strong word.
Head in the same direction.
Leaves at the same time.
Okay.
And you're able to collect his stuff.
Yeah, I'll tell the captain to keep an eye out for the symbol that Oriole has. And
Yeah, I gave him a copy.
Yeah, let him know that she cooperated and we didn't murder her. And
Okay. Candela, I know you wanted to get your ball bearings.
Yeah.
Remind me of what they are and what they do.
Let me look it up.
They're literally just a bag of ball bearings, isn't it? Like, you get like a bag of 1,000 or something like that.
Yeah. Basically, I can use them to cause difficult terrain on the ground.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could honestly probably get them from Harris.
That's what I was planning to do while we were at Harris's.
Yeah. Meanwhile, as the interrogation is going on, you guys are still doing your shopping and stuff like that. So I know Inga just walked out. So Kanda, probably you probably come in, and Harris turns and goes, "Oh, hey, how's it going?"
It's going all right. I just need a bag of ball bearings if you have those.
Ball bearings. I think I do. Hold on. And he goes like in the back, and he looks around and he goes, here we go. And he pulls out a bag of ball bearings, and it's got a really nice like pouch to it. It's made out of leather, and it's got really cool like leather stitching to it, and like a branded symbol on it of his shop, with like Harris kind of written at the bottom.
Also, Sarah, I saw that comment. I don't need to be fucking called out right now.
It's a bunch of ball bearings. My mind immediately goes Home Alone.
Hey, yeah, how much will a bag of ball bearings cost?
Say about 5 seed.
Hold on, I'm gonna do some math.
That's about, math.
I'm gonna buy 10 bags.
Oh my god. Okay.
So I put 50 seed on the counter. I'll take 10 of these.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. And he goes and
Merry
grabs.
Christmas, you
Cut.
filthy animal.
Okay, because it's 1,000 ball berries in a bag. She's not gonna be able to collect all of them when she drops them, so just have bags of ball berries.
I love it so much.
Another interesting fact about them, by the way, they're less than £5, so can be used with the catapult spell. Enjoy.
She may have had our artificer in mind while buying these, so.
Throws him the bag of ball bearings. Throw, you catapult, the entire bag. Shotgun.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll get 10 bags of ball bearings.
Yeah. He packages them up really nicely, ties them up on a pretty like satchel, and hands it over. Just goes, all right, here you go. Is there anything else that I can do for you?
Nope. That's pretty much it. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. You take care now, okay?
You too. Guys, I have 10,000 ball bearings.
Oh my god.
Balls for days.
If Junk
Don't say that.
If Junk's standing outside of the store, I hand him 3 of the bags. Think you could figure out something to do with these, can't you?
You have no idea what you have just done.
Oh, I know what I've just done.
Junk will take them and grin.
I may be tamer than both of you, but I like a little bit of chaos every now and then.
Chaos.
Oh.
Junk just nods with coffee fueled speed,
So you have
And then-
3,000 ball bearings now.
opens up Scrap's chest and puts the ball bearings inside, and then close it and you saw nothing.
I didn't see anything. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
All right. So I think that's everybody. I know Dowan wanted to talk to Harris as well.
Do that next session.
Okay, I was about to say it's getting late, so if you want to do that now, we can finish it up. Or we can just call it a night now.
We can do a downward stuff with Harris next session, honestly. Because it is late. So.
Yeah, same. I'm just seeing if he has any fancy ropes.
Okay. All right. Well. So with that now under our belts, the last thing that we see, as the audience is Harris, and he's setting up his shop and stuff like that, and he's getting all his things together, and you're watching him from behind, as a kind of divine presence steps next to him, and a big hand rests on his shoulder, and Harris just kind of smiles a little bit, and it fades to black.
I swear to God, if Harris is a god in disguise.
Be great.
Did I just talk to my patron?
Is Harris some kind of crafting god? Because if so, Junk just found a religion.
Teach me your ways.
Everybody's all like, I talk to the nice god. I talk to staying underwater god. I talk to hammer god.
I'm about to break y'all's hearts. Harris is the god killer.
But he's cool with them. That would be fucked up too.
Plot twist. Lee Raz is the god killer.
I've actually considered that. I've actually considered that we have countered the cult leader, because she fucking named what was that demon snake we encountered?
Oh, yeah,
Slider.
Slider.
The Asmodeus.
Yeah, Asmodeus. She treats him as a pet.
Also, Hannah?
Yeah.
Did you take the inspiration of Slider from Diamond Castle with the name?
I did not.
Really? Because wasn't his name Slider?
His name was Slider, but I did not take the inspiration from Diamond Castle.
I still
I
love
was just
that.
trying.
though.
I literally looked up like names for snakes. Like, what
I
were
love
they?
that.
This
You know,
is
the
the
Barbie
thing.
writers probably did that with Diamond Castle too.
This is
All
the
right.
thing I'm thinking of it, right? Logically. Junk
Too
would
big,
probably...
Hinton.
Yeah, sorry, I'll speak later.
No, you're good. Go on.
Oh, logically, like, if Junk ever was to meet this god killer, if they ever actually sat and spoke to him, because he's so logic-minded, he'd probably sit and go, I mean, I'm not down with the racism, but, like, yeah, gods probably aren't that good of an idea.
I'm not cool with the other shit, but like, I mean, you have a point. Gods are kind of weird.
Okay. I apologize in advance, but sorry, not sorry that the gods are gonna be like one of my favorite things about this campaign.
No, that's all right.
I'm interested to see if any gods would speak to Junk if I prayed to them. Like, hello, magic people in the sky.
Magic people of the sky.
I mean,
I don't know if you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Me.
Or if you're even there.
I could see maybe Batya, because she's like the goddess of like change and like she's sort of a thing of like inspiration. It's like she was like, so I heard a really nice, pretty lady talk to me last night, and Uriel's just like looking at his coin pointedly. Really? You have the hobo, councilman, ranger, and him.
Let's let Hannah rap, and then we can discuss this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's wrapped. I just need to
It's
wrap
wrapped
the
now,
stream.
so I
Alright,
to be
okay.
continued.
Yeah.
Everything is good, so
Alright.
we can end things here.
Yeah.
Yep.
We will be back in 2 weeks for chapter 6 of Pandor. Thank you all for joining. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.